This is the Buzz Adams Morning Show podcast. Barstool Talk Daily. Except it's really early in the morning and no booze. For the most part.
It's going to be a great day. Going to be a great day.
How are you so happy?
I'm optimistic.
I'm optimistic. We talked about this on Tuesday.
Hey, it's only Tuesday.
Tuesday's another one of my trigger words.
Yeah, I know.
But, you know.
Every day above ground is a good day.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, well, let's get it started then.
It's showtime.
It's showtime!
Waking up West Texas.
Snooze, you lose. Wake up!
This is the Buzz Adams Morning Show. All right, thank you, and good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Buzz Adams Morning Show. It's Tuesday morning. We got a lot coming up on the show. Another mayoral candidate is going to come in. 8 candidates in all who met the requirements to run for mayor. And we've had 2 on so far. Stephen Winters, retired military, is also running for mayor. So Mr. Winters is going to be by later today as we get ready for Election Day. Dun, 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 dun. Joanna?
Yes.
Exactly 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks.
2 weeks to Election Day. That's correct. How does that make you feel?
Wow. Time is definitely flying.
Hey, what's that website they tell you to go to find out if you're already registered to vote? Vote.org?
Vote.org, yes.
Okay. I don't know if that's the one, but, maybe some people have waited this long to go and see if you're, or maybe you know if you're registered.
Maybe you can check your registration, yes. In some places, you could still register to vote. I think in Texas, it's a little too late.
Yeah, like every election cycle, I'm good, but I know they've been pulling some, I think they're referred to as shenanigans in some states.
Some tomfoolery going on?
Possibly some hinky, skinky, madinky happening. So I guess I would like to check that one more time.
Check your status, yeah.
Yeah. Let's get a look at El Paso weather after we got some rain over the weekend. I don't know if you know about this, but it really rained in Roswell, and they got flooding.
It did.
With some fatalities.
Major
bunch of people
flooding.
had to be taken to the hospital. So we got a good douse of rain on Saturday, but it was on Saturday that Rio Dozo really experienced some tough flooding. Fortunately, aliens were around to beam them up into their hovercraft high above the planet's surface. Sunny today, 87. And let me tell you, this week it is going to be sunny. We don't have any rain in the forecast through at least Sunday. And actually, I'm looking ahead to next week. That looks sunny, too. Now, that could change, but this week, sunny, upper 80s, around 90 for high temperatures, it looks like. Overnight lows are now getting down in the 50s, so you can kind of feel it if you go to work real early or, at a regular time in the morning. It is starting to feel like fall.
It feels very crisp.
Yeah, crisp.
A crisp morning.
Brisk, one might say. How you doing, Princess? Principessa. Buongiorno.
Oh, buongiorno.
Buongiorno, Principessa.
Okay.
Did you get the Peter Frampton double live album I told you about?
No,
Come on, dude.
watched.
You got to do that.
I set aside a full 5 hours of my life yesterday to watch the entire Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony.
I'm so sorry.
And it was crazy.
Yeah. What was...
People are roasting Jelly Roll. Why is no one roasting Dua Lipa, who opened the show and was not that great?
Oh, really? Who was she on stage with, like Cher or somebody?
Cher.
Yeah.
They started with Cher. And
what was she off key?
Oh, very much off key.
Wow.
I was like, Jelly Roll was a lot better than this.
Yeah.
I intentionally watched so that I could see the Aussie one.
And?
It wasn't until the very end.
Yeah, it's kind of a showstopper, you know.
But yeah, Peter Frampton. Pretty good.
You like that?
Yeah. The whole time I'm all, bring out the voice box.
Yeah, love the voice box. Weather looks clear this week. Also, the winds are going to be light. Really, it's A+ if you're a golfer. And this is the Golfer's Forecast brought to you by Painted Dunes Desert Golf Course. Set up all your tee times and reservations online at painteddunes.com. That's painteddunes.com, or give them a call at the Pro Shop. Their number is 915-821-2122 for Painted Dunes Desert Golf Course. Joanna is going to have the Hollywood Cheese Man. That's coming up in just about an hour. A look inside the world of entertainment. So, Joanna, what do you have coming up on the Cheese Mate today?
Oh, well, sad news. The pilot that was killed in New Mexico over the weekend was actually one of those guys that helped the Top Gun stunt performers.
Like taught him how to stunt perform as a...
He was a flight instructor for a lot of the actors for that new one, the Top Gun Maverick movie.
I saw the video of this accident. Where did it happen? Las Cruces?
Las Cruces,
yeah. And was it like an air show type of thing?
Yes, it was an air show.
Yeah. It cuts away right before the guy hits the ground, but his plane's like completely in free fall.
Right.
That was also... we're finding out more about the death of One Direction's Liam Payne. Have you ever heard of something called pink cocaine?
This morning was the first
time you've
I
heard of pink
it.
cocaine.
Yep.
Right. It sounds like that salt. you know what I'm talking about? That pink salt
like
you can buy?
Pink salt. It looks more like the sprinkles, the sugar.
Oh, really?
That's pink.
It doesn't necessarily have cocaine in it, it says here.
It's like a synthetic form, isn't it?
It's a mixture that generally includes meth, ketamine, and Molly, but not necessarily cocaine. I guess they could throw that into the mix. And that mix is what was found in Liam Payne's system. So we'll have Joanna's Hollywood Cheese May report. That's coming up in about an hour. We're going to have True Crime Report. Also, we're like 10 days, 11 days out from the changing the clocks for fall. I think that might even be a little early this year. November 3rd this year.
Oh, okay.
So not that far away. And some people say they're already getting anxiety about the whole time change thing. I mean, come on.
This is the one I'm not worried about.
Just go to bed and get 8 hours. And if you want to stay in bed an extra hour, you got it.
You could.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to, basically. Nico is not here now, but who knows? He could be here by the time we come.
Did you do your 5 a.m. call to him?
I tried to, but that phone's not charged enough.
Oh, Buzz's phone isn't charged.
Yes, we'll find out if Nico's going to be here he's late already. So.
You're late to work. Who gets a
We'll see how late Nico is and get started with Today in Sound Clips. That's coming up here in just a couple of minutes.
The Daily Calendar.
Happy October 22nd, International Caps Lock Day for the key why nerds. It's Scar Appreciation Day to remind us there's no living without trauma, but we made it through. It's Make a Dog's Day. I recommend some belly scratching, some human food, and reminders of who's a good boy. Works on husbands also, but it's not their day. And Know-It-Alls Rejoice. It's Smart is Cool Day. More nerds. And that's your daily calendar.
Double G here. Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show at 10, featured double shots throughout the day.
So to help make Paso Youth, please sign up today.
Visit bbbsep.org for more info.
Broadcasting in El Paso to El Paso. The Buzz Adams Morning Show on 95.5 KLAQ.
What a great day for leveling things up.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
Time to level it up.
We're about to get into Today in Sound Clips, but I want to introduce, ladies and gentlemen, now entering the arena and only 19 minutes late. Here's Nico and Jimmy.
Working 9 to 10, then going to grab a coffee. Working 10:15 to 10:45.
I wanted to give you a second. So Jenny Robbins is here. She wants to hear your late song.
You're late to work. Who gets a You boss, I'm late. I'm late. What you gonna be doing about it? I said I'm late. You gonna fire me? There's
There's no one else here, bitch.
He was singing that on the way over here.
It kind of offends me that now you've taken this all as a joke. The intent of this song was to maybe shame you into showing up closer to on time.
Oh, come on, buddy. You know better than that.
It's just speaking from his soul.
You know better than that. Although now I can blame Jenny today.
A little bit my fault, just a little bit.
I was her ride, so.
I was supposed to come yesterday too. I didn't wake up.
Nobody said anything.
Because I don't know if what's going to happen. So
Jenny is a comedian, an improv artist, and artiste, and an actor from El Paso, living in. I was going to say Hollywood. How close are you to Hollywood?
Pretty close, like 10 minutes away.
Like, where is it?
10 minutes.
What would you call it?
I don't know. What do you mean? What do I call it?
The neighborhood.
I'm in Studio City. That's new.
Studio City. Yeah, I know where that is. Yeah, Studio City's close to the airport.
Close to the airport.
Relative close to the beach.
Close to all the studios.
Yeah.
Close to all the Warner
it's
Brothers.
actually at the airport where she lives.
Okay.
It's that close.
I just fly into my apartment, just like right in the landing strip.
I was watching that movie that came out about 20 years ago where Tom Hanks is the guy who's stuck in the airport. He can't leave.
Terminal?
Yeah, Terminal.
When did you just start watching Terminal?
It was just on. You ever do that? It's just on, so I'm going to sit there and watch it. It's like, you know.
What do you mean it's on? Wait, you still watching cable? You still watching old school cable? Things are still on for you?
Yes. Sometimes I'll just turn the TV on, or it's, college football on Saturdays.
What do you have? What kind of, you got cable? You got DirecTV?
I believe I got Time Warner.
No, you don't.
Do I have
you don't even know what
AT&T?
you have.
Is that okay? I got AT&T.
Well,
I got a bundle.
I got the bundle on save.
I like how, hey, Joanna.
What up?
Jenny noticed Buzz's mustache immediately.
The weird mustache?
Yeah.
Weird, really.
She called him low-key Ron Jeremy.
I didn't say that, but now that you say it, I can see it now.
Those were the exact words.
And now, today in sound clips.
All of the day's news with accompanying sound bites and actualities. And we're going to start in the state of Washington, King County, Washington. A juvenile suspect was arrested in connection with the killing of 5 people. Deputies responded to reports of a shooting at a home in the city roughly 25 miles east of Seattle around 5 a.m. yesterday. When deputies arrived, they found 3 children. Oh, God, this is terrible. And 3 children, 2 adults dead, and another person in their mid-teens was hospitalized, according to the King County Sheriff's Office. The teenage suspect is expected to be charged with first-degree and second-degree murder. It was not clear yesterday what connection the alleged shooter had to the people who were killed. Deputies called to the crime scene where several people were dead. And here's a spokesman for King County, Washington Sheriff's Office.
In this case, our major crimes unit has asked the Washington State Patrol to bring their crime scene response unit out to do the bulk of the crime scene work. That implies that this is a significant scene that's going to take a lot of expertise.
Another story here. And I'm sorry for all the downer news, but that's just what's in the headlines today. 4 dead after a helicopter crashes into a Houston radio tower during an air tour flight. Here is air safety investigator Brian Rutt with the NTSB, who told reporters yesterday that the helicopter that hit the radio tower wasn't equipped with a recorder or a black box.
This particular airplane does not have a flight data recorder, and it's not required to, but we are searching for other devices that contain data that we can use.
During a State Department briefing yesterday, Principal Deputy Spokesperson Vedant Patel said that Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in the Middle East and will be continuing talks with leaders in the Middle East to try and bring an end to those conflicts there.
Throughout the region, Secretary Blinken will discuss the importance of bringing the war in Gaza to an end, securing the release of all hostages, and alleviating the suffering of the Palestinian people. He will continue discussions with counterparts on post-conflict period planning.
And Joanna's going to have more on this, but a cocktail of drugs were found in the system of the late One Direction singer Liam Payne.
Ooh. Well,
is that a little after your time, Jenny, or were you a One Direction fan?
It was just after me.
Yeah, right.
I was a Backstreet Boys girl.
Yeah, so you kind of outgrown boy bands by the time One Direction.
It was like 5 years after us.
Yeah, I was creepy by the time One Direction was.
Like if you'd been like, Harry, I love you, it would have seemed weird because you're this adult woman all into this kid band, right?
Yes.
Well, but you heard
Hello, children.
You heard the news though about Liam Payne.
Now I'm hearing it.
This is your first. He jumped off a balcony.
Jumped, fell, accidentally.
We don't know, right?
We do not know.
There was a cocktail of drugs.
Yeah. Oh, can I guess? Was there meth in there?
No, he's too rich for meth.
Supposedly there was meth.
Yeah.
Thanks for not listening to the show on the way in, too.
Was there crack?
Oh, yeah, you really didn't listen in.
It's pink cocaine. I'd never heard of pink cocaine before.
Pink cane?
It sounds like something that would be very popular on Miami Beach or Fire Island.
Shut up.
So one of my friends in LA used to live next door to a female named Pink Cocaine.
Pink Cocaine.
She was a drag queen.
We looked her up. She was a whole YouTube thing.
So anyway, this is what was in Liam Payne's system. It's a mixture of drugs that generally includes meth, ketamine, Molly, but not necessarily cocaine. And it was one of several drugs found in Liam's system when he died. Joanna, are you doing this story?
I was not.
You're not going to do this one? All right. Police also found a, quote, improvised aluminum pipe in his hotel room. That's probably made out of, like, Reynolds
He's
wrap.
creative, yeah.
Or tinfoil, right? What's this?
Yeah, just fashion some tinfoil into.
Yeah.
You want me to show you?
Here, kids.
No.
Here, kids. Here's step one. Take the.
Local cops, and this is in Argentina, are reportedly investigating a hotel employee for possibly giving Liam drugs. Yeah, it's called a concierge.
That's what you pay for.
Yeah, he's just doing a good job.
That's the upcharge.
I don't mean to come off flippant on this, but I mean, this is a really sad story.
Yeah, it was very sad. Although he had been known, for being acting erratic and having a substance abuse problem, and apparently telling a lot of the girls he was with and used to date, he would call them and say, like, I'm not
about to.
I'm not going to be. Yeah.
Well, they caught up with another celebrity drug imbiber, Lamar Odom. He says Liam Payne could have been hearing voices or hallucinating.
You know, drugs could cause you to hallucinate.
Yeah.
And if he was in a hallucination state, then who knows what would happen.
Has that happened to you? Have you experienced that?
Who's heard voices?
Well, I heard some.
I hear some right now.
Now, Joanna, I don't. This is not as sad a story. It's pretty sad. It's kind of like a crime against Halloween. Did you hear about the beef between Elvira, Mistress of Darkness, and
Jennifer Tilly,
Ariana Grande?
I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me what you know. If I feel like I need to fill in any details, I have a story about it.
Okay. Apparently, Ariana Grande was not a very gracious guest when Elvira was doing a Q&A with like 20 of Ariana Grande's friends. And so at the end, after, meeting and greeting all of Ariana Grande's friends, Elvira asked Ariana Grande for a picture. And Ariana Grande said, I don't do that.
Oh, my God.
But now she's going on an apology tour saying, I don't even remember that happened.
That's pretty inclusive. You got most of the main things. Ariana Grande has apologized to Elvira, Mistress of Darkness. Mm-hmm. Real name Cassandra Peterson.
She's a groundling. She was a groundling.
Really?
Did you ever interview her?
Did she just come out with something low crop in everything she was in?
No, I think
because she should have.
I think Elvira was created at the groundlings.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. She's got a good reputation as one of the legends.
Yeah. They have her photo up on the wall and everything.
Did you ever interview her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Elvira would make the rounds promoting, different things around the holidays, especially. Because Elvira talked about the snub at a Q&A at Knott's Scary Farm in Anaheim. Here is Elvira, the Mistress of Darkness, talking about the disrespect from Ariana Grande.
She came and she brought 20 guests. She wanted 21 tickets. We're like, okay. And we give her the tickets, and she comes backstage, and she asked if I could take pictures with all of her friends and relatives she brought. I take a picture with every single one of them. I sign autographs for every single one of them. Then I say to her, could we take a photo together? And she goes, no, I don't really think that. And then she left before my show started. All her relatives stayed.
She's playing the wrong witch.
Whoa! Hey,
that was pretty
I don't
good.
know who that was. Pretty good dig there, sir.
Pretty good dig.
Hey, we just got a neckline call to talk about.
Wait, no, I have to finish this. This is not put to bed. Ariana Grande has apologized to Elvira.
Oh,
she said, here's what Ariana Grande said. I'm so disheartened to see this. I actually don't even remember getting the chance to meet you because I had an anxiety attack and to my memory left before the rest of my family. I don't know. You know,
wait.
Oh, yeah.
You show up with 20 guests.
Yeah,
you fight through the anxiety.
Read the next part of her statement because this is kind of ridiculous.
This was around 7 years ago, and at the time I was really not great with being in public crowds or loud places.
Yeah, that's your job.
Yeah, nice career choice.
Yeah, you were
come on.
You were a concert singer.
Right. I don't like being around crowds or loud places, like
The environment I create.
a concert. She added, quote, thank you for being so nice to my mom. She told me how lovely you were. She might have different feelings about that now, but I'll talk to her. Clearly, we all have our days. Sending love always. You'll always be our queen of Halloween.
Grande.
Look, I believe.
Messed up.
Grande out.
Get out.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that.
That's not a great, Listen,
I'm sorry. I don't remember what happened because I had an anxiety attack.
And then,
you mean
and then
you
she-
were rude and entitled? Yeah, just say that. You were rude and entitled.
And even the part about my mom might feel differently now.
Right.
Like
I hate that part.
Oh, because Elvira told the
Because
story.
Elvira called you out.
Yeah, no.
My mom might not like you now.
Listen, I don't know what Elvira's going to do.
You deserve it.
But for me, apology not accepted. It wasn't sincere.
Joanna, you look like you would be an Elvira fan, having grown up. She's like the original goth.
Yeah, she's our queen of Halloween.
Yeah.
She's pretty good.
Here's that call you were talking about.
Hey, good morning show. That pink cocaine, it's pretty popular on TikTok and all this stuff. Peso Pluma even has a song about it called Rosa Pastel. That's probably why he looks all twisted every time he gets off the stage. So yeah, apparently it's very popular and it's hard to get here in El Paso.
Wait. It's what now?
It's hard to get in El Paso.
Yeah.
This guy's.
Oh, thank you for the product review.
Meth.
Oh my God, that's what Peso Pluma's song is about.
Patel. Rosa Patel.
Rosa Patel.
Apparently it's very popular and it's hard to get here in El Paso.
But if you want some, give me a call.
Later.
Oh my God.
I can't imagine. I mean, I guess I can imagine it being on that many drugs at one time. It's ketamine, Molly, and meth all interfacing with each other. That just sounds crazy.
These people are bored. I feel like they have too much money that they're just bored.
All right, now we're going to try some meth and some Special K. And,
Yeah, why not?
Two of those sound awesome. And I won't tell you which two.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Meth? Ketamine?
You had to think about
all
it.
naming
You
it.
had to think about it.
What was it? Molly. I'm gonna say you're
Okay.
I'm not even gonna guess.
Leave the meth at home.
Yeah,
This is terrible. Pink cocaine looks so cute.
it does.
It does. It's pink.
Why does it have to sound cute too? Like, come on, just go have some pink cocaine.
Pink cocaine.
Hey, they're making a movie out of the dating game Killer. Have you ever heard of
It's
this?
available on Netflix now, and you can read all about
You
it on
mean
the KLAQ mobile app.
The serial killer who got an actual spot on the dating game?
Yes, Rodney Alcala.
Alcala.
So you wrote an article, Joanna?
I did.
You know what? I'm going to save this. I don't want to rush through it. Since you wrote an article about it, you
Yeah,
can fill in
take
a
your
lot of
time.
the details.
Yeah.
They're making a movie. Anna Kendrick's in it.
Her directorial debut.
Oh, she's directing?
Yes.
We can compare the scene where this dude who ended up being a serial killer. I think he was already a serial killer when he went on the dating game.
Oh, yeah.
In the 70s, but we'll hear that scene, how they play it in the movie, and how it was in real life. How's that sound?
Yeah.
It's weird when we talk about this, we'll be talking about body count, but it's not going to be what you think it is.
Oh, no. I feel like that's like every date I go on, just like a gamble if it's going to be a serial killer or not.
Am I going to die, or is this the love of my life?
Yeah.
Okay, so a guy was out taking a car for a test drive from a dealership. This is in Texas, in Prosper.
Is this the guy that
in
got
North
arrested
Texas.
after the driver driving at the dealership?
Hold on. I don't know which story you're talking about. Daniel Rocha was pulled over by police after beginning his test drive. The officer informed him that the reason for the stop was that he didn't have license plates on the back of the vehicle. You know, so you think that's pretty easy. You say, oh, officer, I'm on a demo drive. The officer says, we know this has become a big issue with this dealership, so we're going to start writing tickets to the customers to try and get them to... Yes. So the cop's like, yes, I know this is from that dealership. This is how we're dealing with it. Listen to Daniel Rocha talking about what happened.
When he stopped me, he asked for my driver's license, and he says, the reason why I stopped you is because you don't have a license plate in the back. And he said, this has been ongoing with these dealers, and we've been getting on these guys for doing that. In order for us to make them abide, we're going to start citing the customers. It does upset me that, I'm in the middle of this feud.
Right. So it's like they're not putting, dealer plates on all their cars before sending them out on a test drive. So our solution is we're going to start writing a pretty hefty ticket to customers of this dealership.
We're going to blame somebody else to get them, really get them
This
by
is
blaming
really
someone else.
Well, think about it. You get a bunch of mad customers. Hey, man, I just got a $140 I don't know what it is, but, whatever it is, you need to pay it.
Oh,
I guess maybe the thought is they'll straighten up, fly right.
No, yeah, that's what it was.
Do you get a lot of tickets? Do you get pulled over for
I get so many.
Who are you talking to?
I used to get so many tickets.
Jenny. And I'm wondering, what's your ratio to getting pulled over and actually getting ticketed? Because I'm going to guess it's probably real close to 0%.
No, I used to get tickets all the time.
And
yeah.
you wouldn't?
No, the cops wouldn't even look at me. They would intentionally, they would see a female and they would sometimes not even put their whole face in the window. I would just see chest writing me a ticket.
Do your whole whatever act you'd give them to get out of the ticket.
Oh, I would just hi. I would just be really.
Can you? I know you're an actor. Can you manage a cry?
I've tried all of it. I tried crying once. He wouldn't even look at me. You could tell that he was used to it.
Seen it all.
They've seen it all. I think that's what it was. Just here you go, take this.
So on Friday in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, Latrobe is famous for a couple of things. First of all,
beer, Rolling Rock.
I think there's Latrobe has a beer, I guess, but also it's the hometown.
I was just drinking Rolling Rock, and I noticed that it was made in Latrobe.
Yeah. It's a brewing town, but it's also the hometown of golf great Arnold Palmer. And in Latrobe, at a campaign stop, Donald Trump told an anecdote about the size of Arnold Palmer's hog.
His dong.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's huge.
Ooh, what's his number?
Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer passed away in 2016.
Oh, so it's really hard.
I'll go dig him up.
A couple of stiffs. Here
You're
is
not using that. Let me borrow that from you.
Here is Stephen Colbert joking about Donald Trump's odd story about golf legend Arnold Palmer.
A lot of crazy to unpack here. But what stands out to me is the idea that professional golfers take group showers.
Yeah, why do you need to do
It's
that?
an individual sport. It's not a team. You really think that Arnold Palmer, at the height of his career, was soaping it up down at the Y?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's a locker room, and if you've ever been in one of these things, they have lockers for all the golfers, and they might shower up there.
Just to show off.
Well, it's the way Trump told the story. When Arnold Palmer, I don't know what voice I'm doing now.
Yo, that's old man Rivers.
When he would walk out of the locker room,
he's Jewish now,
swinging freely, everybody said, "Wow, what a man. Because of the size of his penis.
Yeah.
I was born in the wrong time.
Yeah. What a weird turn of events that has been.
Wow, what a big, beautiful crowd. So big. You know what else was big? Arnold Palmer's You Know What. Oh, yes.
Crowd loves it.
Huge. But seriously, folks, I want to talk about America. We're far superior to every country. We have gorgeous cities with big, beautiful buildings. You know who else had something big and beautiful? Arnold Palmer. That's right. What a man. But anyway, we're going to win this election. That I can tell you. We're going to make America great again. You know what else was great? A certain something that belonged to, you guessed it, golf legend Arnold Palmer. Thanks, folks. You've been a great crowd. Tremendous. Oh, hey, you know what else was tremendous? Yeah, you know.
One of Arnold Palmer's daughters said that he didn't live to see Trump take over as president. He died in 2016. But that previous year, he'd been watching Trump speeches on TV. And the daughter says that her father, Arnold Palmer, a lifelong Republican who was friends with many Republican presidents, including Eisenhower, was disgusted by Trump. And get this, the daughter says, because of his crass and crude way of talking. So I'm guessing Arnold Palmer would not, or maybe he would have.
He would be rolling over in his grave if he could.
Right?
Arnie had a schlong, swinging a big one, like his drive straight and long.
It's like a bicycle kickstand.
That's not his one wood, that's his dong.
Just toggles back and forth.
Like a baby's arm holding an apple.
When he saw Arnie nude, we all heard Donald Trump confess it right up there on the campaign stage.
That's unbelievable.
He's the man in the golf club, and his manhood won't be outdone. Heard it's thicker than John Daly weighs. His tour is long done, but his junk lives on.
I had to say it.
That game of inches he has won.
I had to say it.
'Cause Arnold Palmer's hung.
95.5 KLAQ.
In your community, KFOX 14, it's coverage you can count on.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Enderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
The time change is going to fall on November 3rd.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got to ask you something. You were gone last week in Oklahoma, and you saw your mom.
Okay.
Did your mom see your mustache? Because I know she probably is not used to that facial hair.
Oh, the shame.
I had the mustache, but I also had like a 2 or 3 day growth of. Oh, Nico, that means I had a pretty full beard. That's what most adult men would
Wait.
have.
So did she comment on anything about it? Did she comment? Oh, look at your
my haircut. She noticed I'd got my haircut.
Look at your
and
hair.
I did get a
That means she didn't want to acknowledge it. Just filled with shame.
Do you have something to say about
it'll go away.
about my facial hair choice? It's a mustache.
You look so Hispanic to me. It's ridiculous.
I was going for Magnum PI. And I will admit that I'm not pulling that off.
No, you look like the Theo who holds the string for the piñatas at parties.
On top of the roof, and I'm
Yep.
Come on, children.
With a beer in one hand.
So I asked ChatGPT to write 7 jokes about your mustache.
Oh, without even looking at you. There we go.
All right, go ahead.
Yep. Number 7 of Buzz's mustache jokes. That mustache looks like it's still buffering.
That's a real ChatGPT joke right there.
Number 6. I didn't know Movember started early this year. When your mustache walks into the room before you do, it's time for a trim.
Not bad. Not terrible. Go ahead.
That mustache makes you look like the villain from every 80s movie. Where's your evil lair?
The delivery on these. I'm showing the delivery on these.
Your mustache calls. It wants a raise since it's working overtime to hide your upper lip.
Oh my god!
No, I'm not giving that one. That's awful.
Is that a mustache or did a squirrel fall asleep on your lip?
Mm-mm.
That's offensive to the squirrel.
Yeah, somehow still better than Nico's joke. So.
And finally, number one joke about Buzz's mustache.
Do I get one retort joke?
To ChatGPT, not to me, because I didn't make these. Okay. That mustache is so thick, I bet it has its own Netflix account.
Oh no, that one hurt. I didn't like that one. That one was.
It has
you
its
know
own
what? That one
Netflix-
didn't.
That was a
That one doesn't make sense.
I got one for you. What does Nico have in common with ChatGPT?
Uh-oh.
Neither one of them can grow a decent beard.
Nico does look like he has.
Do I not have? Where's the cricket sounds for that one?
All right, let's talk about this for a second. The time change is going to be on November 3rd. That's 11 days from. Well, it's 12 days right now.
Nico will still be late.
So technically, daylight saving time ends on November 3rd, which means you got to set your clocks back, which is usually not a problem. That means you get to sleep.
Yeah, what's the one?
Extra hour,
Which
right?
one is this one? The one where we gain the hour to sleep?
Yeah, you can sleep a little bit
Fall
more.
back, right?
Joanna, which one were you saying that the one that's hard for you?
The one where you lose an hour.
Yeah, that one sucks.
This one's fun because especially if you're out at a bar or a club, they'll tell you
oh yeah,
2:00. Set your clock back to 1. And then the party continues.
Yeah.
Tons of fun.
Yeah.
But once that goes into effect, here's my beef with it.
Oh, okay.
It'll be getting dark like at 5 p.m.
Good.
You like that?
Yeah. I hate when
Yeah, but if
we're
it's a
trying
day
to
where
sleep.
I'm like, I come in, it's dark. And then I get off work, I go home, and sometimes
dark.
I need a nap.
Oh, you get that sad thing, huh?
Yeah, the seasonal
The
affective
seasonal.
disorder.
Mhm.
So it's going to be.
No, it's called sad sack disorder.
Which was also your name after you got that mustache.
Hey. Number 8.
I'm trying to get mine as thick as Jenny's.
Number 9.
I got a Latino woman right here. I'll tickle you if you give me a kiss.
I give rides.
Me too.
According to a recent survey, overall 40% of people admit they feel at least some kind of dread over the fall time change.
Nah, this isn't the one I do it with.
Nope. Yeah, I'm with you, Joanne. I'm with you.
The main issue, and I'm reading from an article here, is that it can bring on sunlight blues because it starts becoming dark by the time many people get off work. That's what you know what the prescription was? Because I wasn't
Sunlight?
A girlfriend?
sun lamp.
A sun lamp?
Yeah.
You had to sit under a lamp like a lizard?
It was
more
a
like in
prescription.
front of one.
I had it and I had to give it back.
Hey, Doc.
They made you give it back?
Yeah.
Give me some light.
The main issue with sunlight blues is that it throws your system out of whack. I mean, come on. Has that ever lasted more than a few hours for anybody, even like jet lag?
No,
or a time
no.
change? Come on, roll with the punches here.
But the whole thing is an outdated practice, like the whole daylight saving thing in
Well,
general.
you know what? You're getting into a thing. There's a lot of debate about why we keep doing this. I mean, hardly any Americans are actually farmers anymore. I mean, there are plenty, but not like it used to be.
Arizona's the only one that's like, nope, we're not doing it. Not doing it.
37% of people in the survey say they need more sleep in the days and weeks after daylight saving time ends. All right. So 12 days from now, or October 3rd, clocks fall back.
November 3rd.
November. What did I say?
October.
November 3rd. Thank you for catching
You're
that.
still back there. You're still back.
If I said that, you'd be, no, I said it.
I said, how dare you correct me?
How dare you correct me?
I'm not welcome back.
This November 3rd, the clock strikes 2 a.m. and keeps going backwards. What will you do with your extra 60 minutes? Sleep? Or face the terrifying truth you're still late for work?
There it is.
To work, who gets a Daylight saving time. Fall back. Coming to clocks near you. Don't forget.
Hey, this is Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from Aussie to
tacos, or try one of. With 15 locations, we're open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Make Jack in the Box your go-to for every game.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a Town Square media station.
Welcome to the show. Joanna's got the Hollywood Cheese Maze standing by. We'll get the latest entertainment news with Joanna Barba coming up.
Hey, your article is up about the mayoral rivals.
What did people think of that? So we're interviewing mayoral candidates. So we had Brian Kennedy in the week before last.
Mm-hmm.
Renard Johnson was in yesterday. And if people are wondering, those are the two who have raised the most money through donations and spent the most on campaign ads, polling. I know it's not scientific, but my old yard sign metric has those two guys ahead. What did people say about that interview with Renard? Were there any comments on the app chat? I thought you said a lot of people were commenting yesterday. Anyway, we finish up with Renard. We get a call from Brian Kennedy, who's also running for mayor.
Okay.
Who called in to correct something. I don't agree with what he corrected necessarily. Anyway, at some point, somebody mentioned, let's do a live debate, just the two of these candidates on KLAQ. Brian Kennedy.
Okay.
I asked him, well, who would be the perfect moderator? And he gave the answer I was fishing for, Buzz Adams. So it's out there. You can read my article at KLAQ.com or the KLAQ mobile app.
There are no comments in the app chat.
Oh, I thought you said we had a very active app chat yesterday. I could have sworn you said that.
Me?
Yeah. So, Joanna, what was your article? You wrote about the dating game killer.
Yeah.
Tell us about just kind of the facts behind the serial killer who once went on a popular American game show and won in the 70s.
Serial killer originally from Texas who went on the dating game. I think he won on the dating game, but by then he had already had a taste for murder.
Did she make it?
She did, I think.
Well, okay, so
I think she barely escaped.
No, here's the thing. She picked him, but then they chatted not in front of the TV screen about going on their date, and she got such a creepy vibe from this dude that she went to Jim Lang and the producers and asked them, Do I have to go on the date? They told her she didn't. So they never went on the date. She might have saved her life. So let's compare a couple of scenes. Anna Kendrick stars as the woman who won the date with serial killer Rodney Alcala. Cheryl Bradshaw.
Oh, is he Hispanic?
Who, Rodney Alcala?
Yeah.
Alcala?
Yeah.
Don't know. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh, man, don't make the Russell look bad.
So what we're hearing in this scene is Cheryl Bradshaw, who was the woman choosing Rodney but said that she was instantly creeped out when they met face to face. So she asked the producers if she could skip the date, and they permitted it. Possibly a life-saving move. Here is Anna Kendrick. Here's a clip from the movie and the scene with the dating game killer.
Number one, I threw you a curveball last time.
I'll say, I didn't know I needed to be an astrologer to be on this show.
Do you mean an astronomer?
Is there a difference?
Do you want there to be?
Are you going to ask me a question?
I just asked you two, but sure. Question number one, what are girls for?
Girls are for
murdering
guys and, having fun with.
Well, Gloria Steinem would be proud.
Being a little hard on the boys, aren't you, Cheryl?
Oh, I think we're all having fun.
Of course we are.
Bachelor number 3. I'm counting on you. What are girls for?
I guess I'd have to say that that's up to the girl.
It's a very good answer. Oh, yeah, we love that.
Oh, a charmer.
Well, they've changed the dialogue. It doesn't bear much resemblance to the actual scene that played out. But here's that. You want to hear the real dating game episode?
Yeah. Were those the kind of questions they would ask?
The whole thing. There were a lot of shows like this. The Newlywed Game 2 was, for the most part, a cringe fest.
What are girls for?
Yeah, I mean,
banging.
They're always like those MTV dating shows that they had in the 90s, 2000s. Those were also.
Where is a good place to take a girl on a first date? Trunk of my car.
Wrong answer.
They've got Jim Lang was the host of the dating game, but he does it. The guy who plays the host isn't Jim Lang. It's not an exact. It's not like a documentary. So here's the serial killer's real dating game episode.
Please have a seat then, Cheryl, if you would. Make yourself comfortable. You may begin. Good luck, gentlemen, and here we go.
Bachelor number 1, what's your best time?
I should have to say it like that.
By the way, back then, I just want to point out, everybody that went on these shows was probably in L.A. hoping to be an actor. And people like Steve Martin, Tom Selleck, and others showed up on the dating game. Jenny, you could probably speak to this. Like a lot of the reality stuff are.
I've been on game shows, all those court show TV shows. Those are all fake. I got cast. They wanted improv actors. It was all those court TV shows.
What was your suit about?
It was my. I had to be. I was angry at a babysitter. My kid.
You don't have kids.
Yeah. No, they give you your
acting, Buzz.
Yeah, they give you your character ahead of time.
Yeah, but they call it things like real court.
They're all fake. Watch next time if you watch even the audience is fake. They hire audience members to be there.
The whole thing is fake from top to bottom.
The whole thing is fake from top
Judge
to bottom.
Judy, not a real person.
Judge Judy, I think, is the only one that might be real. But for 100%, all the other ones, they're all fake. They're inspired by real cases, but they're all fake.
Okay, so this is the actual, and you can tell she's really playing up whatever this persona was back in 1970 something.
Please have a seat then, Cheryl, if you would. Make yourself comfortable. You may begin. Good luck, gentlemen, and here we go.
Bachelor number 1, what's your best time?
The best time is at night.
This is the serial killer, okay? You're hearing the voice of a man who killed multiple women.
In the midnight hour, when you can only hear the breath of your victim.
Nighttime.
Why do you say that?
Because that's the only time there is.
What's wrong with morning, afternoon?
Well, they're okay, but nighttime's when it really gets good.
Oh my God.
Drama teacher.
When they get you alone.
I'm going to audition each of you for my private class.
Hey, why does it? Each of the she sounds like she's acting.
She sounds like she's on pink cocaine.
Bachelor number 1.
She sounds like she's doing a Lily Tomlin character. A one ringy dingy.
Do they prep them beforehand?
Yeah, probably. Did you hear what she said? Her job was drama teacher. That means she's probably in a drama class. Again, this is the real audio from the actual episode.
Well, they're okay, but nighttime's when it really gets good.
I'm a drama teacher, and I'm going to audition each of you for my private class.
Oh, my God.
Bachelor number 1. You're a dirty old man. Oh, take it.
Oh, come on, over here.
Honey, we ought to go out and boogie. Bachelor
Why are they clapping
number
for that?
1. I am serving you for dinner.
Oh.
What are you called?
It's a Dahmer episode.
What do you look like?
I'm called the banana, and I look really good.
Can you be a little more descriptive?
No, please don't.
Yeah, that's the real deal. So read Joanna's article. She has a lot more details about it in her story on the KLAQ mobile app or KLAQ.com.
Winners, Hollywood cheeseburgers.
Joanna's Hollywood Cheese Man.
Tell us more.
Here is Joanna Barber with the Hollywood Cheese Man. Good morning, Joanna.
Good morning. Oh, we have to start on some sad news
All right.
this morning.
Okay.
Even more.
Paul Di'Anno, Iron Maiden's lead singer on its first 2 albums, has died, according to a statement from his label on behalf of his family. No cause of death was announced, but he had been struggling with an illness, they said, for several years. He was 66.
A lot of death this morning. A lot of death.
Very much, yeah. Di'Anno was Iron Maiden's lead singer from 1978 through 1981 and sang on the group's self-titled debut album and its iconic follow-up, Killers. He was also replaced by Bruce Dickinson, who has remained the band's singer ever since. In the years afterward, Di'Anno fronted the band's Battlezone and Killers and released several solo albums. He suffered from health issues in recent years, but still managed to perform more than 100 concerts since 2023. Di'Anno was the voice of early Maiden classics like Running Free, Sanctuary, Twilight Zone, Wrathchild, and others. There were reports of discord between him, founder Steve Harris, and manager Ron Smallwood at the time of his departure.
Listen, I don't want to sound like Nico here. Was Bruce Dickinson not in Iron Maiden all along?
It's not Bruce Dickinson, is it? It's Brian Dickinson.
No, it's Bruce Dickinson.
Bruce Dickinson
One
of the
came
Dickinsons.
in later.
Really?
Yes.
The cowbell guy?
No, it doesn't have anything to do with Iron Maiden, dude.
Okay.
And this is why you piss off the Soul Asylum guy.
Maybe he already knew you knew nothing,
Right.
and he was like, screw this guy, Nico.
Probably.
Well, R.I.P. to more sad news. A man who died in a crash of a small plane during a New Mexico air show was an accomplished pilot who had performed stunts at hundreds of air shows, authorities said Monday. Charles Thomas Coleman was the only person on board of a 2-seat extra Flugzeugbuch EA-300 monoplane when it went down Sunday during the Las Cruces Air and Space Expo at the Las Cruces International Airport.
Well, there's your problem right there. Don't get on the Flugzeugbuch. If you can't pronounce the name, it's probably going to go down.
Authorities said Coleman was performing aerobatics when the plane crashed about a half-mile west of the airport. The show was called off after the crash. Coleman's website said that he was based out of California and was an engineer, aerobatic, and test pilot with more than 10,000 hours of flight time. He had performed at hundreds of air shows and had provided more than 3,000 rides in aerobatic aircraft. It also said that Coleman was an aerobatic flight instructor for actors in the 2022 film Top Gun Maverick, flying more than 100 flights to prepare the actors.
That is kind of like a worst case scenario for air shows.
Oh my God.
So that's really tragic. The Amigo Air Show had no casualties or fatalities.
No.
Yet.
Oh my God, Jenny.
Oh, I mean, it hasn't.
Wait, Joanna, was this in your prep?
No.
Okay, so
this is extremely
it's a
dangerous
national
stuff
story.
that they're doing. You know, you see these guys, and sometimes they fly close to other planes, and you're thinking, God, they're so good that they would never hit each other. But
No, that's the
reason
deal.
it's dangerous.
Exciting.
Yeah, it's
I'll
exciting.
go for it. We're all just waiting for that accident to happen.
Moving on to something a little lighter now.
Good. Something where nobody died?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we didn't go that far.
Someone's going to die. So. Martha Stewart is ready to set the record straight about her relationship and friendship with Ina Garten. While the two giants of the culinary world agreed that their friendship deteriorated, in the early 2000s?
Tell me more.
Both women have a different explanation for why they fell out of touch. In her new memoir, Be Ready, When Luck Happens, Garten says that her move to Connecticut and Stewart spending time in Bedford put a distance between them. But during her Sunday night visit to Watch What Happens Live, Stewart says otherwise. Here is what she had to say.
Have you read Ina Garten's memoir yet?
Oh, I've read parts of it.
You read the part about yourself?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
What do it say about
What was your take?
Snoop.
She can write whatever she wants.
What do it say? I need to know. I didn't read the book. What do it say?
Ina said that they fell out because she moved to Connecticut.
That's not
weak.
true.
That's not true, though.
Martha don't fall out with people.
Martha feels like she stopped talking
after I went to jail.
Right.
Yeah, because see, that's when I stepped in.
Yeah.
See,
right.
Isn't Snoop great? just like a ride or die right there. He's all, Martha doesn't fall out with people.
That's when I stepped in.
My 71-year-old mother loves him. She's like, he seems like such a nice man.
Right? That Martha Stewart effect. This isn't the first time Stewart has addressed her take on the situation. She also offered her side of the story during a September New Yorker profile of Garden, saying, quote, "When I was sent off to Alderson prison, she stopped talking to me. I found that extremely distressing and extremely unfriendly."
Well, what's she going to do? Drive all the way down there and talk to you through the plexiglass or something?
Well, afterwards, Stewart's longtime publicist clarified that Stewart is not bitter at all and that there is no feud. As for Garden, she has denied that Stewart's prison sentence over insider trading charges was not the reason for the riff.
Well, they have really done like an image rehab on Snoop Dogg, unlike anybody else. Didn't he go to prison for killing a guy?
Somebody,
And didn't he make his own line of porno movies? Like full-on porno
Doggy
movies.
style.
Yeah, right.
I forgot about that.
The fact that Snoop Dogg has been positioned as somebody that your grandma would be into.
My
or your
mother.
Your
My
mother would be
mother.
into.
Amazing. Meanwhile, an upcoming documentary, I'm sure where you will find out more about this, is coming out about Martha Stewart, titled Martha, and it streams on Netflix October 30th.
He's doing the Olympics. He's on, I think, like Dancing with the Stars, one of those. Or
He's
one of those
so
things.
great.
Drinking
I
a
love
beer with
Snoop.
Andy Samberg on the beach all the time.
Okay, not everybody remembers that one specific commercial that they did together.
Why not? Though, like the 2023 football season, they aired it every commercial break. Everybody should remember that one.
He does a lot of commercials, that man. He says yes to all of the brands.
He's just everywhere. He's great.
Also, well, Buzz has asked before, and Buzz could care less about this story because the only thing he recognized was Martha Stewart's name. Buzz has no idea who Ina Garten is.
How dare you?
I know.
Yeah,
She is the
she wrote
barefoot
that song.
Contessa.
Ina Garten de Vida, baby.
No, we tried that joke already.
He
remember?
tried that
It didn't work.
exact same joke the last time we brought Ina Garten up.
How
It's
dare
gonna stick,
you?
guys. It's going to stick.
I can only
if I continue saying it,
I can
gonna
only
stick.
name one Snoop Dogg song.
Which one?
Gin and Juice. Why is that funny?
Like with this
That's what he's
inflection
drinking
of,
right
like,
now.
That's a Snoop song, right?
Gin and Juice?
And it took you a while. Gin and
Juice.
Does he do the one that goes, California Love? No, is that him?
That's Tupac, I believe.
Tupac Shakur.
Sorry.
They're both rappers.
I mean, yeah, he got that part. There's a new version of American Psycho coming out. Buzz, do you remember we talked about that yesterday? Well, people online think that Army Hammer would be the perfect person to play the deranged Patrick
Right.
Bateman.
He doesn't even need to play anybody.
around. Right. The role was previously played by Christian Bale when the original movie came out in 2000. The fan casting comes after the actor ran into some career trouble following allegations
eating
of
people.
cannibalism fantasies.
Fantasies, people.
Guys,
okay?
fantasies. There's nothing wrong with fantasies.
It was.
It was-
It's so suspicious.
He's all like, I never acted on it. I just said I wanted to grill your ribs.
We're not going to kink shame people here.
There's like
I want to
missing-
butter your biscuits. I want to peel your banana.
No, I think there's like weird like missing people cases that all happened right around some cabin that he had.
All right,
and it
that
was
sounds crazy. I would like to know where
then
you
some-
heard that because that's a whole new, different
that's
level.
a whole. It is a level of conspiracy theory that
Jenny just straight up accusing Army Hammer of murder.
Army Hammer lives in Los Angeles. There were murders in
Los
California.
Angeles.
I'm going to go missing.
Army
I'm going to go missing
Hammer.
after saying this. Just wait. Just
One
wait.
fan shared online, non-ironically, the only person worthy of being cast as Patrick Bateman is Army Hammer. Other fans have shared that this could be a fitting career comeback moment for him. While they may be serious or just having a laugh, the actual actor who is said to play Bateman has so far not been confirmed. And with your entertainment news, I'm Joanna Barba.
That's pretty cool. Christian Bale played Bateman and Batman.
Uh-huh.
That's just interesting.
That's just one letter
Hey,
away from
we just got a neckline call. People are commenting on the fact that, well, you might not have the most knowledge about hip hop.
Yeah, I admit it. I'm not claiming that I do.
It's a rock station.
Hey, Nico, why don't you lay off a Buzz?
Yeah.
He's not on a hip hop station pretending to know about hip hop or
thank you.
completely just pissing off hip hop fans. He knows more about rap than you know about rock.
Damn.
Dang.
Wow.
That was savage.
That guy was angry.
No, thank you, dude.
I mean, earlier
rock and roll
Buzz-
forever.
I mean, earlier Buzz didn't know that Paul Di'Anno was the original lead singer of Iron Maiden, but that's okay.
I did not.
Joelle.
I mean, I'll admit what I don't know.
Buzz pretends to
calling you
know
out.
more about rock than anybody will ever know.
No. There are people that Daniel.
No, he actually knows.
Daniel knows a lot knows rock.
he does.
Kevin
I
knows
said
a ton.
pretend to know.
Joanna, did you like my idea that I'm going to start doing a Halloween-themed dad joke theater, and I'm going to do one every day through Halloween?
You said you would, yeah.
Hey, you were also wondering. You were also wondering about the interview that you had with Renard.
Yes.
Whether anybody was like commenting on it.
Yeah, was anybody?
Yeah, we have gotten one comment.
Oh, okay. You got that ready to go?
Yep, we got it ready to go. Fishy Fish says, no, I just have it. She says, I like the interview with Renard. It was way better than the one with Brian Kennedy where you guys were broing out together.
Yeah, might have been broing out. I mean, I've known Brian not well, but for a long time. You know, I'm way more familiar with Brian. That was only the second time that I'd ever met Renard. You know, and he's a pretty high-profile El Pasoan.
Mm-hmm.
How about this dad joke?
Halloween edition. Dad Joke Theater. Dad Joke Theater.
Why do people love going to adult Halloween parties so much?
Why?
Why?
The booze.
Halloween edition. Dad Joke Theater. Dad Joke Theater.
Find out what's going on. Quirky facts about our region. Urgent things you need to know impacting your drive. And of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock.
Oh, premium trees on over 2 million items this holiday from the Home Depot. Subject to availability. See homedepot.com/delivery for details.
Oh, guess who this is? Buzz Adams and the KLAQ Morning Show.
You must be the greatest radio show host ever.
Buzz is back.
Nico, we're going to do an after buzz today.
We doing it. We doing the buzz.
You sure?
We does
Is Jenny
the
sticking
after
around
buzz.
for it?
I'm
or?
sticking around. I'm sticking around for it.
All right.
She has no
Jenny
choice.
Robbins is here.
Yep.
That after buzz
Heading back to Holly Weird soon.
tonight or today in a few hours.
At 4:20, that's when her flight is.
Just about.
That's when she's taking off.
Doing it.
Taking off.
Oh, taking it all off. Hubba, hubba.
We're going to continue interviewing mayoral candidates. Stephen Winters, retired from the U.S. Army, is running, and he'll be in to talk about his campaign to be mayor of El Paso.
We don't care about designated party in local politics, right?
It's nonpartisan. Like
Right.
A lot of times people are very reluctant in the position of mayor to say, I am a proud
Green-
Democrat or
Green
Republican,
Party.
Green Party or whatever. Yeah,
The Green Party's going to make it 1 year. When are these?
in our app chat, which I appreciate everybody who's been writing in. That is very helpful to have your feedback. Diana says, let's have a contest. Who knows more, Buzz about hip hop or Nico about rock?
Boy, that would insult both fans of both
Rock
genres.
and
right.
We
I
would
don't see
all
that
be
there's.
losers in
Yeah,
that one.
nobody wins coming out of that.
I don't know. I think I do okay with rock.
I think
No, they're saying, but me about rock.
You would do hip
Of
hop.
course, you would do good at rock.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
been working here for 30 years.
I would insult every fan of hip hop ever. I still remember the first time I heard a rap record on the radio. It was
what is
The
that?
Message, and I was like, "Oh my god, that guy's not singing; he's talking." But I was really into it.
What is this?
It's a jungle out there. Sometimes I wonder how I keep from going under.
Oh my goodness, you memorized it. Oh, like you had the arm motions and
Yeah.
everything with that. You had your shoulders up.
What is with
How did you hear that on the radio? Weren't you
No,
like
it
banned
broke
from
my.
hearing
I was at a live boxing thing that I won tickets to on our hometown radio station. My
Joanna,
dad took
this
me to
wasn't
see
till he
boxing.
was 24 years old.
No.
okay?
I was
that
like
makes sense.
13 when I heard the very first rap song that I ever heard, and it was The Message.
Buzz's hometown is the city from next to the city from Footloose. So music. And
I have
dancing
never
are-
claimed that. I don't know where you got that from. I have heard that rumor. It does
The rumor,
circulate in my
it says
hometown.
Otherwise,
You saw a website that said Henrietta, Oklahoma is the town that Footloose was based on?
no.
Okay.
I just started that rumor.
Okay. All right. We got haunted house tickets for this weekend, or really anytime through November 2nd. The haunted house is going to stay open the weekend of Halloween, the weekend after Halloween. So come and get these tickets if you win them, and you can go to the KLAQ Haunted House.
Nico was
of
supposed to
Terror.
take me.
Oh, Nico.
I know.
Not.
Let's make it caller 10, but you got to play a game with us, the Urban Dictionary game.
Ooh.
So I will, Joanna, you go ahead and get caller number 10, and I'll get into the Urban Dictionary game with the theme song.
The A to Z,
Lumpkin, starfish, donkey punch, milkshake, strudel, and hot lunch, sausage fest, moose, knuckle, YOLO, pocket tank, chili, dunking, tummy sticks, motor boating, turning tricks, Dutch rudder, duck butter, gator, Schwartz, bank, bank.
San Francisco bird feeder is still
What was the pocket punch or something?
pocket.
Beef, figget, cyber, loafing, dingleberries, purple dolphin, hot carbon, and a polished rusty trombone. Tank rupt, Uncle Kippy, angry dragon, sippy, sippy, hot pocket, pocket, rocket, baby, goggles, dome. It's a urban dictionary. It's the A to Z of psychogary. Urban dictionary. It's a lexicon for America. Fluff for cyber.
I'm sorry, I had to look up Purple Dolphin because I heard that in the song.
Don't. All the words in that song are dirty.
Yeah, real dirty. Purple Dolphin is.
Purple dolphin is.
Let's hear it out.
I don't think you
No,
can.
I don't think you
I
can.
can't even say what it is. Whatsoever.
San Francisco bird feeder is pretty crazy.
San Francisco bird feeder is
Yeah.
crazy.
Chili dog.
All right, so we do have a contestant,
Tummy sticks.
and
I
it's Renee. Hello, Renee.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Renee. We're going to be on a team, okay? So we're going to play the Urban Dictionary game. Joanna is going to give us a word directly out of the Urban Dictionary, and without looking it up online, okay? Since we're on a team, none of us are going to look things up online. We're going to give our best guess. If anybody gets it right, Renee, give you tickets to the haunted house. You can use them. I guess we start Thursday this week, and then as we get closer to Halloween, we're going to have extended hours.
Correct.
All right, you ready? Let's do this as a team, Renee.
Okay.
All right. Joanna, please give us the Urban Dictionary.
Oh, man. I didn't know we were going to be getting a contestant. I want her to win these tickets.
Yeah, no kidding.
And
Did
this
you
one's
make
wonder what
weird.
you guys.
Do you have
It's my
any?
birthday.
Oh,
Ooh,
do you
happy
have
birthday.
any Gen Z children in your life?
I have 4 kids.
All right, maybe you'll get this. All right, we're going. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Your Urban Dictionary word today is ooh-woo.
Ooh.
It's what?
Ooh-woo. Let me spell it for you. U-W-U. Ooh-woo.
Ulu.
And
I
I'm
think I
even
know
going to
that
give
one.
a little hint and say it the way the kids are saying it when they use it.
Ooh.
Ooh-woo.
Kids are saying this.
Ooh-woo.
Ulu.
It's very
No,
ooh,
not ooh woo.
Ooh-woo.
Ooh.
U-W.
All right, everybody, get to work.
Ooh-woo. Ooh-woo.
Ooh. What is it, Lyra? I've said that word before.
All right, I got mine.
Ooh-woo.
Nico,
Yeah, I got it.
All right, Renee, you got a guess?
Yes.
All right, I'll go first. I'm really coming up blank here.
Yeah.
I'm going to say ooh woo is if you see something gross. It's just a new way of saying ooh. You go ooh woo.
Did you not hear my inflection? Ooh-woo.
Oh, probably a bad guess on my part. Ooh,
Yeah.
like that.
Ooh-woo.
So I think it's the new way that's because you know how the Army has like hooah and like the Marines have oorah. It's the way that Space Force says they're.
That's their thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the Space Force.
Hey, nice. You know what? I like that one.
Ooh.
Ooh-woo.
I like that one, but I don't think it's going to win the tickets for Renee.
Okay.
Renee, what do you think it means?
Well, I was going to say the same thing as Buzz, like not a good thing, but I know Joanna seems happy about it. So it's like,
ooh,
Ooh-woo.
like, woohoo. I don't know. It's happy.
You know what? We'll accept that. It's happy. So I said it's gross. Ooh woo. What did you say again, Nico? Because I thought it was really funny. Oh, it's what
Space
they use for
Force.
space.
Yeah.
Hoorah! No, this is Space Force. We ooh.
Jenny, no guess.
That was it was going to be that. It was going to just an excited call out.
Excited. Ooh.
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 Win these
Yeah,
tickets
like
for Renee. Let's make this happen. What's the?
I'm gonna give Renee points.
Yeah.
Because she did say that it was something positive.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh is a word used to describe cuteness overload.
Use it in a sentence, please.
So cute. Ooh.
It means happiness, like an anime character's face when they're overjoyed.
Yes. Oh, wow. See?
Yeah,
Renee kind of said
she
it's
got it.
happy.
Yeah, she got it.
Happy. Point for Renee. Tickets for Renee. Yes.
Okay, now I'm very good. Renee, don't hang up. Got to get a little more information from you, but you got the tickets and you could use them anytime the haunted house is open. I'm always interested to find out, Joanna, did you hear this from your nephews or did you hear it from some other source?
I heard it from another source.
Hold on a second. What? I don't know. I was. Who did you hear
Put
it
her
from?
on hold.
Sorry.
Her nephew, she said.
And how did they say it?
They were like, have you ever used uwu? They're giving me lists of words that I can and cannot use.
Because Joanna recently has been saying stuff to them and they go, you can't say that
They
anymore.
told me I'm not allowed to use the word cap anymore.
Yeah, no cap.
And then I was like, oh, you guys aren't saying that anymore? And they're like, no, you just are not allowed to say it anymore.
That feels like maybe it's had its run though.
No, thanks, guys. Ooh.
They did. Okay, one of the pre-recorded skits they did on Saturday Night Live was a bunch of people on like TikTok videos, and it was like changing every second.
It was so good.
I didn't get any of that. I didn't get a single
They were all
reference.
references to other things. There were admittedly there were a couple I had to look up. There was a couple I had to look up.
But you saw the skit I'm talking about?
Which one? A lot of them were good.
It was very demure.
The one where they're, I don't know, it's just, I guess they're playing TikTok personalities and all the cast
No,
members
it's
were.
sketch you're talking about, but they had a bunch of whole different characters within it. But all of them were parodies of other TikTok.
How about the guy who's got a sandwich and it's barbecue with Fruity Pebbles, Fruity Pebbles?
Nasty.
I'll be honest with y'all. That nasty. What's that a parody?
They're making fun of all the people who go and try food, and it's always something outrageous like that, where they're like, "We've got this new." Yeah, it's always something new that some restaurant's trying out that looks cool, and then people just go to try it out. I think people are lying sometimes when they say it's good.
Oh, for sure. I feel like a lot of them are trolling us.
Buzz, does this just sound so stupid to you? All of it.
It's our reality, I guess. And it's our world, and I'm going to have to live in it. So
you're still watching because he's still on cable, or
I've heard uwu in a like a really famous song from the 30s. Yeah.
Old man Jenkins had a cat. He lost his cat one day. You hear old Jenkins say, "Oh, here, pussy, 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 here, pussy, 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 pussy, pussy."
It sounds like my bedroom.
Where is the gosh darn cat?
Nice.
Hey, it's Double G. Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show.
Because it's what you... I'm Kimberly Skaggs, and I approve this message. Paid for by Kimberly Skaggs for New Mexico.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers.
At GVILaw.com.
Let's get a phone call or two.
Yeah.
Here's one that came in. We heard from one of our listeners who called in and said that he's never voted before, but he was going to vote this year.
Good for him.
We got an update.
I don't believe
And
him.
I think you were saying the only reason he hadn't voted is because he probably was doing a prison sentence.
He was probably doing a nickel.
Yeah. Well, he heard you saying that. I can't say that he really cared for it, but Let's listen in.
Hey, good morning show. Just an update. Not that you guys asked for it, but for 46 years I voted, and I voted early. I voted yesterday, and I hadn't voted before, not because I was incarcerated. I was getting rehabilitated. Just kidding. No, it's just most of the time, most politicians kept it all within American values, American principles, American policy. So I just figured a couple shifts here and there, it wasn't that bad. But Trump, man, Trump does not believe in American values, principles, decorum, policy, civility, and he's demonstrated it, right? He staged that January 6th, and up until now he doesn't give it up, and he just
still proud of it.
He just spews like a lot of hateful rhetoric, and against each other, right? Against other Americans.
This guy's very well put to, very well said, sir.
So, that incarceration really did something for him.
He was not incarcerated.
Let's keep this going.
But I think he probably speaks for a lot of people. Hey, somebody might say, I never voted in a presidential election because I thought whoever was elected would basically
totally get that. Totally. You know what? There's been several presidential elections where I was just like,
yeah, either one.
Either one. It doesn't matter. We still live in America.
I mean, I did vote in this one, but just as a more recent example, Obama or Romney, both of them would have been fine.
Yeah.
And if they'd lost in 4 years, they would have conceded and gone. Either one of them.
Yeah, it's only been recent there's been like these.
It's only recently. I think that the voter here who's saying that it's the first time he's voted in his life is probably speaking to a lot of people out there. It never really seemed like there was a difference between the candidates. You remember when people said that? Remember when people said there's no major difference between the Republican and Democratic nominee?
Yeah.
People used to say that all the time.
He praises Russia, and then he talks bad about NATO. So it's just like a wants to sow like a deep division between us. And that can be good, and he doesn't think that the rule of law applies to him ever. And that's dangerous, man.
Yeah,
so,
listen, man.
He brought up...
That's actually what got me out to vote. And
wow.
I know I should have done it sooner, but...
Incarceration.
No.
Better late than never.
Not incarcerated. That's
stupid.
That's maligning a listener.
That's a first-time voter right there. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Early
seriously.
voted and started yesterday. Go vote.
Yeah, I'll tell you, my informal yard sign
count. That's your...
Because I drove all the way across West Texas and Oklahoma. And let me
yes.
tell you, these are deep, deep red parts of the country.
Seen a lot of Trump signs?
Not as many as 4 years ago. And that wasn't as many as 8 years ago. But this time around, yeah. And occasionally I drive past I'm going through small towns like Roaring Springs and Matador, Texas. I'd see a Harris Wall sign. It seems like not anywhere close to the number of Trump signs, but I saw a few of them.
Okay.
And I didn't see as many Trump signs. I think at this point, maybe they're saying that it's closer than it is because, well, you know what happened in 2016? Everybody saw what was going on and said, there's no way he's going to win.
It's legitimately close.
No, I know it is legitimately close, and I think that's the way to play it, even if it wasn't.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, just the only reason I say that is because I was looking at the betting markets, because a lot of times... hold on. So there's there's two different betting markets.
Underdog.
Right, underdog fantasy, where you can play your sports.
Yeah. I'm going to ask Steve. If I can bet on the presidential race.
He will not be happy if you do that.
Make an ad.
That one of the betting places has their odds on Harris, the other on Trump. It just seems like nobody really knows. Everybody is it's all a toss-up for everyone.
It would be fun if there was more people betting than there were people voting.
There's a lot of people betting.
I think after watching the news, probably watch more news when I was off work last week than when I'm on work, and I watch a lot.
Did you watch a lot of Fox with your mom?
No, it's more and I don't want to watch the news with my mom.
You don't?
Mm-mm. It was
you
more
purposely do that?
Yeah, you look like you have horror in your eyes as you're saying this. Like there's
He's all
as
traumatized.
of April of 2024, and I quote, I wish they would just leave him alone. They're just going after him for no reason.
Oh, no, Buzz. How did that make you feel inside?
Okay, nobody can ever judge me again. This is the woman who used to tell me all the things that you'd get sent to hell for.
Right.
Number one.
I used to lay awake in bed at night, worrying
Scared
that I was
of all
going to
the
go to
things.
hell.
Yeah.
Number 672 reasons you're going to go to hell.
Sometimes I'd come home from school and nobody would be home, and I expected somebody to be home, and I thought the rapture happened.
And your mom would just pop out.
And then my mom's like, they should just leave him alone. And I'm like, okay.
This
you
is
know
a drill,
what?
Buzz.
I'm not
This is
even
a
gonna-
drill. He's coming for us.
But I think she even scoffed. She heard him say something on TV, and I could have sworn I even heard my mom like that, something like that. I could tell you this. I've seen some Kamala commercials, and I could definitely, as a lifelong Republican, I could call you out the things that I would call out if it were anybody else running against her. Okay?
People are the things you're about to call out, I will just tell you, already are being used by the Trump campaign. That's Cucker, by the way.
I'm not going to. Cucker, you got to call in. I'm not going to do this thing where you just call in with some smart ass comment. It's not even smart. Call in. If you want to talk to me, we'll talk together like adults. We're at this point, I'm not going to play your nonsense.
Okay, good.
You got to be at least
Tell
willing
him.
to call in.
Let him know. Let him know. It's going to be a
Can I call his? Can I put on his nonsense?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to hear his nonsense.
I'm done.
None.
He's saying that for the full-grown adult that voted for the first time, that he's never been as brainwashed as he is right now.
No, done.
Nico's still wants to.
Stupid.
I'm going Green Party, man. Green Party all the way. Green Party, baby.
Way to throw your vote away.
So one of the ads,
Assimilation.
it's Kamala's voice, and she's saying rent is too high and groceries are too high, and it's because people are price gouging. Well, we're going to crack down on the price gouging.
I forgot that you're on the side of price gouging.
It's not price gouging. Who's she accused? What is price gouging? How much you charge for a dozen eggs? Is that price gouging? Because my understanding is those are market forces, and
no,
who gets to
are
make the decision about which ones are price gougers and which aren't.
CEOs are on the record saying that they have pricing is not related to costs at all. I mean, it's just they are.
It doesn't matter if it's related to cost.
It does. There's something called sensible pricing, and when you go beyond sensible pricing, it becomes price gouging.
Listen, I just want to know: is it her administration? Is it Congress? Who's going to crack down on these so-called price gouging?
You're actually bringing up the exact same thing that the Donald Trump campaign talks about when they bring up this statement from her. She's not talking about price controls as a Soviet style. We're going to tell industry how much things should cost.
No, we're just going to tell them if they're price gouging and do something about it.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
There's a lot of it.
What
There's
you're
a lot of
describing
price
is the
gouging.
same
No.
thing.
It's not through
price gouging.
It's not through price controls where they tell them how much price is.
What is
They're going to say?
Are they going to publicly shame them? Shame.
I don't know. There might
Shame.
be penalties of this kind of thing. I don't know. There might be penalties.
I don't like the idea that somebody's going to tell.
I can't believe you're on the
person-
side of price gougers.
I'm not on the side of price gougers.
You are.
I'm saying you are demonstrating a very naive understanding of how the market works. The free market.
You sound like a married couple.
Well, it's not legal in Texas. Well, it is legal in Texas.
Now, obviously, I'm not going to vote for a guy who says that he's going to lock up and he's been saying this for 8-9 years, that he's going to lock up his political opponents. Well, he's never done it before. He's saying everywhere he goes that he's going to do it. I am sure that Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff have some kind of exit strategy in case they're ever. He said we'll use the army against him.
What's going on that people are just saying crazy stuff now? People didn't used to say this when they were candidates for things. They would talk about actual political issues. Now it's like these extreme.
Well, I want to tell you, I was in the locker room with Arnold Palmer, and he walked out, and he had a.
Is that your Bob Dole?
No,
and he had
it's Ronald
bigger than
Reagan. He had the biggest ding dong I've ever seen. I told Nancy about it. Can you imagine Ronald Reagan telling that anecdote about Arnold Palmer's dong? You can't.
Hey, and
Cucker, save your breath. I'm not putting you on, man. If you want to, here's a telephone number you can call in. But this deal with your nonsense,
Call on in.
915-910-4995. I'm wasting my breath. There's no way a guy like Cucker or whatever.
We can get some weirdos.
Hey,
calling
so Little J in our app chat says that guy talking about Harris sounds the guy who called in with the points that we thought were pretty good says that he sounds vindictive and angry with the system for incarcerating him.
He was not in jail.
You see what you've done.
You see what you've done. You have besmirched an innocent man's good name.
This man is innocent. He's never been incarcerated.
Glad he voted, and I pray for America, whoever does win this
Oh, no. You see what you've done, Nico?
Christy in our app chat says convicted felons lose the privilege to vote. Now, she's not talking about our listener.
who is
She's
incarcerated.
talking about Donald Trump.
Is he allowed to vote for himself?
That said, they usually show the candidates on election day going to their voting center to cast a vote for themselves. What will Trump do on November 5th? He's a convicted felon. Can he vote?
I think he can. I think there's something about his conviction.
I want him to show up with
And
a big
believe me,
ID.
those are the only convictions Donald Trump truly has. How about, all right, I want to ask you this real quick. Elon Musk is offering people a lottery-style
This is
$1 million
illegal.
prize if they, A, register to vote. And I guess that means not registered already. So you've got to register to vote, and you've got to sign a loyalty pledge to the First and Second Amendments of the Constitution.
It's illegal.
And so everybody who does it, he draws a name. I guess he did it yesterday. You win $1 million. Is it illegal?
I think by the letter of the law, it may not be, but there is something to do with
They're saying it's legal.
There's something with lotteries or gambling.
Elon Musk is a supervillain now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would be
Flex with
dubious of that $1 million.
Everybody, get rid of your Tesla stuff. Get off of X. Elon Musk is definitely the enemy from within.
When he knows,
and he's an immigrant.
He knows he has enough.
He's an immigrant, Joanna.
He knows he has enough money where he can do that. He can just throw money at any of this.
Just board money.
God, I would love somebody to sign up, register to vote, and then find out they're like Team Kamala all the way, and they win $1 million of Elon Musk money.
I don't even think people are getting the $1 million. I'd be dubious of that.
I saw on TV, and the audio wasn't on, but I saw some dude getting one of those big Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstake checks
Oh,
from
I've seen
Musk
that
on
too.
stage.
They get those huge ass
Yeah,
checks.
yeah.
You can't cash those.
Exactly, right?
1877, sign your name. Elon Musk says sign your name.
Hello, it is Elon Musk. Want to be $1 million richer? Yes, you do. Introducing Cash for Signatures. All you have to do is sign your name, and you could win $1 million from me.
Well, what am I signing?
Never mind that now. The important thing is that you could win $1 million. Doesn't that sound great?
Well, I don't really feel comfortable signing something if I don't know.
What did I say about asking questions? Just listen to this man who signed his name, and I gave him $1 million.
Yeah, man, it's President Biden, the president. I signed some piece of paper that Elon Musk gave me, and he said he was going to give me $1 million, man. Oh, man, I'm going to buy jelly, something real nice. And wait. This piece of paper says that I agree to vote for it. Oh, no, I've made a fool of myself, man.
Everything is going according to plan. Cash for Signatures. Sign your name and win money.
1877, sign your name.
Yes.
Because Elon said so.
Short pause. When we come back, Nico Jimian has today's news headlines.
The Biden administration is extending repayment freeze for 8 million student loan borrowers. I'll have the details next in news.
Artist interviews, Zoom music discoveries, celebrating artists' birthdays, commemorating releases. Champion of all things rock.
1-56290-1569. Again, 800-290-1569.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a town square media station.
Good morning, people.
Spanning the globe in search of news.
And bringing us our 8 o'clock headlines, here is Nico Jimian with today's news. Good morning, Nico.
Good morning, Buzz. Good morning, my chicas coquetas y bonitas.
Can you say that again?
My chicas coquetas y bonitas.
My
girlies.
What?
Chicas coquetas y bonitas.
Shy and beautiful. Shy and beautiful?
I actually don't know what coquettos means, Joanna.
Like flirty.
Yeah, coquettish.
A coquette.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flirty and beautiful.
You mean you recorded those lines, but you didn't know what the words translated?
I did not know.
He just used context clues.
Yeah.
But yeah, good morning to all the chicas coquetas y bonitas out there.
Good morning, proud Mexican-American citizen, Nico Ajimian.
I am a proud Mexican-American citizen. Okay. Well, let's get into some serious news. 5 people were killed yesterday in Falls City, Washington, and a juvenile suspect was arrested in connection with killing those 5 people. Deputies responded to reports of a shooting at a home in the city roughly 25 miles east of Seattle around 5 a.m. yesterday. When deputies arrived, they found 3 children and 2 adults dead. Another person in their mid-teens was hospitalized, according to Kings County Sheriff's Office. The teenage suspect was expected to be charged with first-degree or second-degree murder. It wasn't clear yesterday what connection the alleged shooter had to the people killed, if any. Authorities said there was no known history of any prior police activity at the house where the shooting happened. Officials said that the crime scene investigators from the state would be assisting in what deputies said would be a lengthy investigation into a significant shooting. Here is King County, Washington deputies being called to the crime scene where everybody was found.
So much murder.
In this case, our major crimes unit has asked the Washington State Patrol to bring their crime scene response unit out to do the bulk of the crime scene work. That implies that this is a significant scene that's going to take a lot of expertise.
And into more serious news. New details were released yesterday as the investigation into a helicopter that crashed into a Houston radio tower is continuing. The Robinson R-44 helicopter was reportedly on an air tour flight when the accident happened. The helicopter crashed just before 8 p.m. Sunday evening, striking a guide tower and killing all 4 people on board. The crash also caused the collapse of the radio tower and started a fire on the ground. Here is air safety investigator Brian Rutt with the National Transportation Safety Board talking to reporters yesterday about how the radio tower wasn't the helicopter wasn't equipped with a black box.
This particular airplane does not have a flight data recorder, and it's not required to. But we are searching for other devices that contain data that we can use.
Debris from the helicopter and the tower covered around 4 acres. That's according to Houston Police Lieutenant Jonathan French. While some vehicles on the ground were damaged, there haven't been any reports of injuries, thank God. SBA Communications, which acquired the tower on September 4th, said there was a notice to air missions, or NOTAM, in place to warn pilots about the tower's presence.
Had they added something to the structure? Because on these tours, I bet they kind of go around the same areas and know what they're flying into. Was there some kind of wire or something that might have been attached that wasn't there before?
That is why the investigation is going to not be over so quickly. I think there's still a lot of questions about, because you're right.
You ever been on like a helicopter tour of a city?
No, I've always thought they were
I've done
scary. They look cool.
They're cool.
Yeah. But it looks scary to me. No, there was no more details about whether or not there was a new thing to the radio tower.
Right. You know what I mean? They could have put an extra guy wire all the way. Anything that might.
So have you heard that before? Guide wire tower? Is that where the cables are keeping its? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking if it wasn't his first day on the job, it's probably a pilot who has flown this route.
Maybe.
Around town. There's certain airspace that you're allowed to fly in, and certain space you're not allowed to fly in. But I guess going around this tower was, I don't know. That'll come out in the investigation, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, Secretary of State Antony Blinken headed back to the Middle East yesterday to make another push for a ceasefire in the region and an end to the war in Gaza. It's the 11th trip Blinken has made to the area since October 7th and the attack that happened in 2023. Well, and it comes as Israel has stepped up attacks against Iran-backed militias such as Hamas and Hezbollah in Lebanon. And 6 more months. The U.S. Department of Education confirmed yesterday that federal student loan payments for around 8 million Americans will stay on hold for at least another 6 months. The group affected are those enrolled in the White House's Save on a Valuable Education plan. Those who signed up are excused from their monthly payments and will be put on an interest-free forbearance. The extra time is due in part to the legal challenges against the Save plan that are still working their way through the courts. Before the legal challenges, the Education Department has forgiven around $5.5 billion in student debt for about $400,000 in the Save plan. And court documents revealed yesterday that a Pennsylvania man was charged with threatening to kill a state political party employee. John Courtney Pollard of Philadelphia is accused of sending threatening messages to the party employee, including a vow to skin you alive, quote unquote.
Nice.
After the employee posted on social media looking for volunteers to observe at the polls on Election Day and included a personal cell phone number. Maybe that's why I shouldn't give my personal cell phone number out. Oh, Pennsylvania is one of many states.
Wait, so the person wanted to sign up people to be poll watchers?
They're not giving the name of the official, the party official, whoever the Pennsylvania party official is, but they were looking for people to be poll watchers. This person saw that and got upset and threatened to kill him.
Be a poll watcher at Chica's Locas.
Hey. Pennsylvania is...
They don't have a poll at Chica's Locas, do they?
I'm sure they do. I'm sure
Nico
they
went to Timmy's while I was out of town. He told me all about that.
Oh, he was telling me about. I heard they wear little skimpy outfits.
Hardly
over there.
anything at all.
We looked it up last
Nico
night.
says.
We looked up their Instagram last night. Just
yeah.
It's pretty.
It is a well-run establishment by fine young working women who are going to college and medical school, I assume.
And they can't afford clothes.
Right.
Is apparently.
Right. Anyways, neither the employee nor the political party they worked for were revealed in the federal indictment that charged Pollard with one count of transmitting interstate threats. And get this, Buzz. Members of the Central Park Five are suing former President Trump over defamatory remarks he allegedly made about their 1989 cases. The five men claim that Trump knowingly spoke with reckless disregard for the truth at his debate with Vice President Harris. Trump said the teens had pled guilty to an assault before changing their plea to not guilty and added that they, quote, killed a person ultimately. The lawsuit notes the men, now in their 50s, only pleaded not guilty as teens and maintained their innocence throughout the trial and after the release.
Well, they said that the cops sweated him, for several hours without their parents, and that they gave false confessions, is what they turned around saying. It's DNA evidence that exonerated them.
Were you listening to this right now? They are saying that the lawsuit saying that they only pled not guilty, that they never at any point pled guilty.
Okay. All right. Then there is some reporting that is contrary to that, who says that some of the Central Park Five, the exonerated five is what they're called now, that they had confessed to something and then their parents got in there and, anyway, I'm not saying they did it.
I'm just telling you, they're suing Donald Trump for that. They're suing
Donald Trump for
saying that they...
For defaming them.
Yeah, for saying that they pled guilty.
Well, he took out a full-page ad.
Yeah, he did.
Back at the time, saying you need to bring back the death penalty, and I think these are pretty close to his words, for vicious animals like these.
Oh, my God.
There was a lot of racial implications in what he was kind of saying.
As there usually is.
It's amazing how tough on crime he is, except when he's not
on his own crime.
Yeah. Or, anybody who supports him.
Right.
He's fine with all that crime.
Well, disgraced movie mogul Harvey Weinstein has been diagnosed with chronic myeloid leukemia. It's not clear what his condition or prognosis is, as he is being treated while behind bars Right.
Did you hear Trump at a women's forum giving an answer about how, and these are his words, Harvey Weinstein got schlonged.
He said that?
Yes.
Recently?
Oh, yeah, over the past week. You can look that up.
He got schlonged by somebody in jail? Is this confirmed?
No, he's saying that he got schlonged by the woke mob or whatever. He was at a some kind of women's event, and the takeaway was, boy, Harvey Weinstein, he really got schlonged.
The raw end of him.
I thought he was having some. I thought he had a boyfriend in jail. That's what you're getting at.
No, I don't think that's what was implied.
It doesn't look too good. Well, did you know that prosecutors, because Weinstein pled not guilty last month to a new sexual assault count. Prosecutors are trying to combine that charge with other sex crimes he was convicted in of 2020. But that conviction was overturned on an appeal based on questionable decisions made by the original judge, including testimony about allegations not part of Weinstein's case.
But he's in prison.
Yeah, did you just look up Weinstein?
No.
Oh, that's not
That's
Weinstein.
just the El Paso Times, front homepage for the El Paso Times.
Oh, my bad. Well, a mother is suing a private school in Los Angeles to stop the expulsion of her 5th grade son. It has to do with a series of emails the boy sent to a friend, including several squirt gun emojis and rap lyrics. The suit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court names the K-6 Curtis School and its headmaster, Mira Ratznier, who insists there is cause. Ratznier points out the boys exchanged lyrics from a song called Murder on My Mind, followed up with the squirt gun images and other comments about death, which she says can't be ignored. The suit seeks no action taken against the boy and all attorney's fees paid. It remains to be seen if the school will fight the claim.
Who sent a what to a who?
A kid was sending rap lyrics and a squirt,
And a squirt gun emoji.
Yeah.
No eggplants involved, folks.
No.
Well,
can you combine a squirt gun with an eggplant to make it a squirting eggplant?
You can still go. I think maybe a squirt gun on the peach.
Are you trying to make like a even dirtier reference or what? Why not just like teardrops emojis or water emojis afterwards? The squirting emoji.
I don't really employ emojis.
I'm gonna squirt on you. Is that what we're getting at?
See, I learned English, so I don't have to write in hieroglyphics.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Did you get your degree in English?
Did not. It turns out it was in communications. Yeah, much less prestigious degree, and I didn't even realize it until I looked at my diploma reports.
Wow.
I don't know what I got a degree
It was so
in.
long ago. Who can blame you?
Talking. I got it in talking. Let the boys have their rap lyrics.
Let the boys have their rap lyrics.
Only if this is a white kid, I bet, right?
Okay, I have no idea.
Yeah, we can't get.
Okay, that a lot of it hinges on if this is,
Well,
do we need a break, Joanna?
Oh yeah.
You got more news?
I've got a
hey,
story
listen,
too.
I hate to do this, but
I have one more to close out on.
Oh, no. I got a big story, and I want to tell you a little bit about it.
Ooh.
We got a Karen story, and we have some people in our close friend group who are Karens, and they thought that...
Come on, Jenny's right in front of you. Why would you talk to her?
Wait, your name's Karen?
I'm so good at talking to managers. So good.
Why would you talk about
Because I
Karens?
used to be one.
And I think how many times do you find yourself in a position where it's, oh, now my name all of a sudden is negative? Like my name is negative.
Oh, that's yeah.
You don't meet many Adolfs. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about it, Buzz? Because every time someone screws up around here, we're like, you just pulled a buzz.
Well, how so?
When they screw up.
You just buzzed it up real bad.
Just buzzed it up.
I'm just saying there's a story about a lady named Karen in the UK that is maybe the ultimate.
The ultimate Karen.
Yeah,
the final
I'm just saying,
Karen you have to defeat.
I got to imagine there are a lot of people named Karen who are like, oh, when is this going to blow over?
Yeah, probably.
It's never going to. Yeah, I think about that all the time. If you just suddenly a Karen, there was a whole push of these white women who were named Karen who were very upset. Like, stop calling them Karen.
Well, this ain't going to help. I really thought the thing was pretty much over and everybody could go back to normal and not be ashamed of their name. But this Karen kind of takes the cake. So I'll have that coming up. All of you Karens out there should be proud of your name. But this is not going to help.
She's a doll, she's a queen, she's a tantalizing teen, and Karen is her name. They call her Karen. At a party, she's a snobber and a rock and rollin' romper. Everybody's glad she came. Hey, that's Karen.
All right, we'll tell you about this coming up in just a moment. And Nico has one more story to go. Steve Kaplowitz later talking sports. Miners are playing tonight.
Yeah, they are.
Is that in El Paso or is that on the road? Somebody check that out for me, would you? I think it's on the road.
Steve
I think
it's on the road.
Steve will tell us.
Steve will know. Steve knows.
Take a break. We'll come back with more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show right after this.
While you're working away, we're working for you. Our job.
Ride Drive. And as smooth as that first quiet morning coffee. Ride Drive, the only way to drive.
Broadcasting from El Paso for El Paso. The Buzz Adams Morning Show on 95.5 KLAQ.
We're going to have a true crime report coming up. Steve Kaplowitz in the next hour or two talking about sports. The Miners played today. You can hear all that, of course, on ESPN 600 KROD.
Kaplowitz.
I got this. This might be the Karen story to end all Karen stories.
Let's hear.
Well, I want to get to that last. Did
Well,
you say
I have news still. Did you want me to finish that?
Sure. I'm kind of distracted because my phone, I can't get it to charge, and I think I know what happened.
Joanna,
in my words.
What did you do?
Buzz is such a child, Joanna. He left a candy in his pocket and it melted. And when he put his phone in his pocket, the candy got in the.
So let me. It was like a gummy, like a gummy.
What kind of a gummy?
Like I don't know, bear or worm or something. A gummy.
A gummy worm, a gummy bear.
Where's the gummy purchase data? Where's the...
It doesn't matter. The thing is that I put the gummy in my pocket because I thought, yeah, I'll pop me a gummy later.
Sure.
Then I put my phone in the same pocket and forgot about both of them for like hours.
It sounds like you had a gummy before you did that. That's what it sounds like.
So when they get the phone out, there's this goopy melted mess.
Can't you see him like a little kid? My phone! Oh!
It's all up in my iPhone hole.
It's all up in my phone hole.
And, God, I cannot get it to charge.
You got things up in the hole using your mouth to get it out?
You're trying to suck it out?
Yeah. Like if your buddy got bitten by a snake, you'd have to suck the poison out.
You're still trying to salvage that gummy.
Oh, God. I'm just like picturing all your pocket dust mixed in there. You're just sucking out.
It's stuck onto the gummy.
Stuck on that gummy.
I don't have pocket dust. I have lint, like everybody does.
Sucking on chili dog.
Sucking on a gummy.
Predicting right now, 1 week from now, Buzz will be out because he's sick from whatever it is that
whatever he inhaled. Yeah. Sucking on an iPhone hole.
Sucking on an iPhone hole.
Stop. I see you over there.
Oh, gosh. Oh, he's determined.
Those are some sucking skills, Buzz. Look at that.
Nico's going to get turned on.
Well, I did play the ocarina.
Okay, you want me to finish my story? Or there's a neckline call that is very urgent, though.
Oh.
All right. Hit me with it.
Keep watching Buzz suck on things.
Hey, you guys are talking about price gouging and Buzz being a capitalist. Before, when I listened to the show when Nico started there, I never really understood why or how it happened that he became friends with Buzz, right? But now I see it. It's just two rich guys that got together, Mr. Bunnybags and Mr. Kettle Baron. Hey, Jenny, have you ever seen the gold mine or the ranch or the mansion, or did you ever ride the horse? Just curious. You know Nico a long time, so.
Wait, what? The gold mine or the ranch? This guy thinks you're rich.
I know, right?
This guy is poorly mistaken.
Yeah, right. You hung around us. We're not like rich guys. Okay, so
Nico, you're rich.
There's a rich guy there for sure.
Yeah, you are. You are objectively like.
No, I don't think so.
Mister has a whole closet full of just
Buzz's secret dungeon.
Costumes, things you bought.
Mister who can afford to put gum and candy in his phone.
I didn't put it in the phone. It ended up in the phone. There's a difference.
But you're careless enough.
Okay, you never heard, like, Nico over the years has revealed things about his family. Like, for instance, it's a tradition in the Jimian family, but on the other side, to have escargot at Christmas.
He would watch the Thanksgiving Day parade from his grandmother's mansion.
It was not a mansion.
You said it was a mansion.
It was one of those houses.
Yep, that's now a law office. That's a mansion. That's a mansion, dude.
No,
I know those houses. Every single one of them is 700,000 up.
I think Jenny even came to one of my Thanksgivings once.
I did go to one of his Thanksgivings.
Yeah, you should have gone to Christmas because that's when the caviar comes out, apparently.
It was pretty, I will say.
Was it caviar or escargot?
Escargot.
Did you ever have caviar?
No.
You never smeared caviar on your escargot?
I missed the escargot, but I do remember it was very formal. Everybody was dressed up. We all sat down. We had nice plates. There was a gravy boat that was passed around.
We do the gravy boat, all right?
A gravy boat?
You mean the butler brought the gravy boat around to everybody?
No.
Everybody was dressed up. Dude,
yes,
everybody's in their pajamas at my family.
Oh, yes, we are too. We all dress like football stuff.
Yeah,
we're there watching the game.
But they're all dressed up. Nico had a horse when he was a child. It had a name.
Was Rose Hips.
Rose Hips.
Her name.
Rose Hips.
She was already really old. It was like this
leaving those hips rosy. Yeah.
No, just old, like a little farm horse.
Okay.
Rose Hips.
Little pony.
Wait, what happened to this
Nico
pony?
had a pony.
I died.
I would think this would be great promotion going into the holiday season. Win Christmas with Nico's family. All you can eat escargot. Free rides on Rose Hips, pony.
I think that we're forgetting how Buzz is new money, okay? And we need to talk about...
Yeah, Nico's old money. You're new money.
Nico's run out money. That's what it is.
Yeah, that is... Yeah.
I'm on a spectrum that they call old poor.
Old
so.
poor. You know, the funny thing is, Jenny knows exactly how broke I am most times, so she knows that...
It is unfair to say that Nico is rich.
It's completely unfair.
Nico comes from money and has...
No, that's not even... Why would you even say that?
I've been to your parents' house.
It's not.
Like super nice.
It's a decent.
It's decent.
Now that I know where your parents' house is.
Middle.
You know how nice it is.
Fancy.
It's mid. It's totally mid.
It's not mid.
It's a mid.
Maybe the nicest
That's
neighborhood that's not on the west side in
Nico,
El Paso.
where your parents live is where Joanna, a poor, would go trick or treating.
And I remember
we're going to go to the rich people neighborhood.
I remember
give out good candy.
Seeing a Joanna once. Yes.
It's so weird to me that people come to different neighborhoods. You're one of those, Joanna.
I am, yeah.
We always stick around our own neighborhood and just kind of
yeah,
kind
but
of
my
come
neighborhood
outside.
sucked. So
well, some people
had to
make it an
venture out.
endeavor. We're going to go hit this neighborhood.
Like Buzz's neighborhood would be so bad. to
that area of Hercules had no lights and stuff.
Like you were more likely to get robbed than you were to get
kind of
or hit by a car. With no street lights.
Yeah,
you got to be careful.
Hey, trick and treat, fool.
There was one year I went with friends who to one of the quote unquote rich neighborhoods try to get candy. I think they were giving me better candy in the regular neighborhood.
Oh yeah. No, rich people like to, and I can tell you this, not because I am one, but I live among them. So
because you live in that neighborhood.
Oh yeah. As if your house is the only
houses-
one that's not like that.
not my house.
Because
okay.
Buzz lives in a secret cave.
It really
Nobody
is.
would see
Secret
it.
dungeon.
My house is hidden as well as the Bat Cave.
Yeah. Or I like to think of it as Terabithia, and there's a bridge that we take towards it. Terabithia.
Some of the houses, again, I'm not talking about myself, but they're so far apart. You got to
hike.
You got to hike to get to the next house. It's easier just to go boom, boom, boom. All the houses are close together. Also, everybody in my neighborhood, it seems like, turns the lights off on Halloween.
Yeah.
They're just not open for business. You hardly see any in my neighborhood.
We got comments on your phone charging dilemma. Yeah. Mark says, Buzz's phone doesn't charge with a magnet. He sounds upset like my kids when our Wi-Fi is out.
Doesn't charge with a magnet?
Trejo says, Buzz, if you have a newer iPhone, you should be able to wireless charge your phone, to which I go, Buzz doesn't know what that is.
Right.
Yeah, no, because my car that I bought in 2017 had a wireless charger that you just put your phone on. If it's an Android.
No, they have newer ones.
Yeah, no, it
new
should.
stuff. Jimmy B says you got to flick your tongue over the hole.
Oh. Wait,
but that's not really getting it out.
all right, Jimmy B. Where's Jimmy at? He sounds like a wise man, like a very wise.
All right, let me do my last two stories that have sound clips to them, all right?
You betcha.
All right.
Hold on.
What?
I have to you go ahead and do that. I'm gonna take care of
You
my phone.
stopped me.
Sorry. Go ahead.
All right. A suspected drunk driver crashed his car on the track at a high school in California during a football game. Several people rushed over to help him, and he started fighting them.
He's just came out swinging?
Yeah.
He wrecked into the football field, though.
During a game.
Get out of my way.
And then when people tried to help him, he fought them. Here are two witnesses talking about the crash.
I was waiting for the car to make the left and then roll, and next thing I heard was thud, thud, and then boom. And that's when I dropped everything and looked and saw the whole fence from the high school just gone.
Turned around, I was at the other end of the field, and I saw the car land on the field, and it started to catch fire.
Oh my God.
That story.
Get your hands off me.
Progressively got crazier and crazier.
I really wanted him to make a touchdown. Like, just to, like.
Yeah. I win. And this one I did just for Jenny. A man claiming that he can channel an alien gave an interview first as himself.
Please let me play this.
Wait, hold on. Okay. And Joanna.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if you were taking a call. A man claiming that he can channel an alien gave an interview first as himself, then as the alien.
Okay, so I want you to listen to this. The person who's interviewing him is not even trying to stifle her amusement at what's going on. And in fact, I think that this might be like a Sacha Baron Cohen type of thing.
Here's Daryl Anka.
All right, let me play it.
I'm about to have an interview with an extraterrestrial.
Oh, I appreciate the opportunity to allow him to share his message. Shall I let him come through?
Yes. Yes.
Give me just a minute.
Oh, let us say good day to you this day of your time. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you, Bishop?
Perfect, thank you. Please, by all means, you may proceed however you wish, but allow us to thank you for the co-creation of this opportunity to exchange ideas and information with you.
Wow, aliens talking word salad.
I know who this guy is. I'm telling. Look, I forgot to tell my TikTok. Like, you know, my algorithm. It's all conspiracy theories. And this guy,
that's why I did this first. She's all into aliens.
I've seen a lot of this guy. Really? Yeah. But Bashar or something like that. Like he pops up a lot.
This is Daryl Anka.
Yeah, but that's what he calls the alien. The alien is Bashar. That's the
alien. Oh, there it is.
Name.
Instagram. Bashar Channeling is the name of the channel.
See, I'm telling you, I know this guy. I know exactly.
You totally follow him, don't you?
I don't follow him, but again, I have lots of conspiracy theories, and alien stuff. And this guy,
he kind of looks like an alien. You know, the round, bald head.
Yeah, this guy's getting around.
He kind of looks like the guy who plays Boba Fett now.
Really? But he has books. He has a whole thing.
Yeah. Okay. Hello. How are you in this time that you are being?
No. Yeah. That's this guy.
How'd they learn English but not syntax? How does the alien know English, which is a pretty tough language?
And allowing me for the co-creation of this moment
Well, he claims to be all-knowing.
The alien or the guy?
Both. They're the same person.
It's the same thing. He goes into like this weird trance. So
apparently he's been doing this for decades.
I'm telling you, this guy's getting around.
He doesn't have a Wikipedia page, but he does have an entire page on rationalwiki.org, which is kind of like the skeptics. Daryl Anka is a spiritual medium and kook who claims to channel an enlightened extraterrestrial named Bashar. He is also the cousin of 60s teen idol Paul Anka. Oh, okay.
Look at that.
Oh, that makes. I was actually thinking of the same thing. That might maybe he's related. I actually have one more story. I'm sorry, I forgot.
One more.
Yeah, one more. Last one. So this is actually about a viral video a mom on TikTok posted of her son excited about a new keychain, and the only reason I'm bringing this up to is because I just got this keychain. Thank you to 5 Points Guy for giving me the two gifts of these mini Croc sandals. These mini Croc sandals.
And those are Croc, they're rings that go on your Crocs?
No, it's a keychain.
Oh.
But with a little mini Croc attached to it. Everything exactly like it.
I want everybody to be thinking about the time your kid said something so inappropriate, but only because they were talking in cute kid language.
Right.
Yeah.
So he realized he could. This kid realized he could wear this mini Croc on his finger.
What'd you got?
A clock ring.
A croc ring.
Yeah.
Ah. A croc ring.
Yeah.
That's for your finger, huh?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh no.
Hey, so do you like guys with Croc rings, Jonah?
I don't.
I did
know how to
see,
answer that.
like on a website that sells novelty items, truck nuts, except really small ones for your Crocs.
Croc nuts.
Croc nuts.
And with your news, I'm Nico.
All right, I've got a story about somebody named Karen in the UK. Hopefully this touches all the bases. So much so that maybe we can move past this ugly history of Karenism or anti-Karenism. A lot of people are named Karen. They didn't do anything wrong. But wait till you hear this story. I'm going to get to it in just a moment.
Oh, okay. All right. I got excited.
No. You just wait a second. We'll be back. I will tell you the Karen story. And we haven't done one in almost a year.
It feels like we've
I'm ready for some Karens.
Calendar. Happy October 22nd, International Caps Lock Day for the key why nerds. It's Scar Appreciation Day to remind us there's no living without trauma, but we made it through. It's Make a Dog's Day. I recommend some belly scratching, some human food, and reminders of who's a good boy. Works on husbands also, but it's not their day. And Know-It-Alls Rejoice. It's Smart is Cool Day. More nerds. And that's your daily calendar.
Music news, concert updates, song and album factoids, and of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock.
You can keep being more at GECU.com. Membership eligibility is required, insured by NCUA.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
Jenny Robbins is here in the 9 o'clock hour. Steve Kaplowitz is going to come by to talk sports. Miners are playing a very rare Tuesday night game.
Very.
Tonight you can hear about all that action on 600 ESPN El Paso.
Did you see any of the neckline calls we got? Joanna.
Yes.
The guy who called in who is not a convict has called in.
You know, and you really kind of slandered this dude.
He's trying to clear his name after you ruined it.
Well, you know what? It turns out I'm not the only one, and he explains it. He also is going by, this is not convict guy.
Yeah, that is his new name, not convict guy.
Roll that one. Let me hear that one.
Hey, Mojo. This is not convict. No,
the more he says not
I've never
convict,
been in prison at all. I worked in a prison, but never been incarcerated. But what's funny about that is that in person, I always get that, what do you call it? Like that stereotype, right? Like
in person, he gets called like,
hey, man, where'd you do time? Were you in Chino?
Yeah.
Did you see the app chat message from Cowboy John that said, I really thought the incarcerated caller was Iggy?
Before people know me, they assume that I've been in prison or on the wrong side of the road. But no, I was just work, man. That's it. Actually, my daughters, I have 3 daughters, and they call me the Care Bear. He's just a nice old teddy Care Bear. So,
all right.
Okay. Do you feel bad?
That's what they called him in prison, Teddy Care Bear.
Oh, come on, guys.
That was his nickname. He says
he gives real good hugs.
He says at the end, 0 felonies, 0 misdemeanors.
0 felonies, 0 misdemeanors.
And a first-time voter.
And right, this is the guy who says he's 46. He's never voted in a presidential election. And just to kind of recap, I always thought everybody would do a good job, whoever it was. So the 46-year-old said he voted for the first time yesterday.
Job. Somebody's talking about your gummy incident.
All right.
Did I hear correctly? You should put a gummy in your pocket?
Yeah.
I gotta take that call.
This guy had a gummy before.
He goes on to talk, like, this is more important than the neckline.
Yeah.
Work phone. Hold on. I'll call back.
Oh, my.
This is more important than the neckline.
Nothing's more important than the neckline, sir.
That was 5 points, guys.
Right, I think it might have been.
Yeah, and then Derek says Buzz got a Werther's stuck in his phone.
Oh, he's calling you old.
You old hard candy bitch.
So
your Time Warner cable watch.
My phone used to have a really cool cover, and it literally fell apart. Like it got so old, it was
Why'd you
leather.
get a new one?
I got a new one, and the buttons don't work the right way on the new one I got, so I don't use it. Now I'm I'm raw dogging it, baby.
Oh,
no protective covering at all, Joanna.
I hear you.
Look at this over there. Look at that.
You're gonna
Buzz has an iPhone 1.
You're gonna get.
That's how you got gummy all over.
It's an
it.
11.
That's how you get viruses.
They're up to 16.
You just Sharpied the other one in there.
I like to use them till they just wear out, you know.
Oh, you're talking about girlfriends?
No, I'm talking.
So to
They
recap,
wear out after only 5 minutes.
Shut up.
You left a gummy in your pocket.
A stray gummy.
An opened gummy. And
yes,
then
it was not in a wrapper
you
of any
put
kind.
in your phone in the same pocket.
Yeah, not
They
intentionally.
somehow fused together, and now it's clogged up your iPhone hole.
That is a real weird move to put a gummy in your pocket. Period.
How did
You're
it
just
get
asking
up?
for
Yeah,
a lint?
yeah, exactly.
Oh, he would still eat it.
He would still
Like-
eat it afterwards for
Yeah,
sure.
no, I was saving it for later.
The flavor saver.
Maybe your pockets are dirtier than my pockets.
I'm a woman, so we don't have pockets. So.
Oh, that's fair.
But also,
we got one special pocket. We got
the
yeah.
Go in there, yeah.
all right.
Old Man Jenkins at the cut.
Old man Buzz had a gummy. No, I'll work on it.
Hey, have you done the thing where like you eat and like stuff gets all over your mustache? And then you like save it for later. The
They
flavor
call it a
saver.
flavor saver
Yeah.
for a reason. Paschetti.
Oh no! That was her name.
She was Italian.
Joanna,
What?
What We Do in the Shadows is back for a new season. It started last week.
It did?
And this is the final
season.
season.
The final season.
That's gonna be something.
I feel like, and I don't know the actor's name, I apologize, but the actor who plays Guillermo, I feel like that would be your perfect date night out. You would just love hanging out
Who?
With Guillermo?
Me or
Guillermo.
Joanna?
Yeah,
Joanna.
hell yeah. A
Yeah.
night out with Guillermo sounds
Like
fun.
you would take and like what kind
Gizmo.
of
Let's
places?
go.
Gizmo. What kind of places would you take him in El Paso?
Definitely to Pride Square.
Pride Square. I don't know what that is, but it sounds great.
His name's Harvey Guillen.
Oh yeah.
Harvey Guillen.
Is he gay
Yeah.
in real life?
Yes.
Okay.
And in the show.
And in the show.
And in the show. Yeah.
Gizmo.
You know what was really cool was to see Frankie Quinones show up.
Oh, yeah. He played his cousin.
The guy that plays
Oh yeah,
Creeper.
little Creeper.
Frankie
Yeah,
Quinones
from,
came out in this one show that I loved, and I think it got canceled.
the one where it's him and another dude.
Yeah. he just got out of prison.
Yeah.
This fool.
This fool,
This Fool.
yeah.
That one got. Everybody was talking about how good that one was.
That was such a funny show.
It was well written. I mean, for being a
There was some
Latino show,
Marvel show where somebody that comes into the studio a lot, and it might have been Frankie Quinones. There was a Marvel show, and he's like the guy's friend. I didn't watch it.
I think you're thinking of Michael Pena, and he's.
I'm not thinking of Michael. I know who
Ant-Man.
Michael.
That's
freaking,
Ant-Man.
No, I know who Michael Pena is. You racist.
I'm not the one who confused two Mexican
know.
people.
Well, they all look the same to me.
I can't remember. Like the show, whatever it was on Disney Plus, but it didn't make enough of an impression on me. But I did like, hey, there's a guy that we know, as well as we know Nick Guerra, for instance.
Yeah.
Very well.
Okay, let's talk about this Karen story to end all Karen stories. I hate bringing it up again. Eventually, it's got to go away. The Karen.
She's a doll, she's a queen, she's a tantalizing teen, and Karen is her name. They call it
Karen.
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 Karen? Yeah, Karen. Karen. You what? Why did you do that? Why did you do that, Karen? She's alarming but disarming and a really very charming modern girl. Karen.
All right, so there are some lovely humans out there that are named Karen. This it feels like it was just an unfortunate thing that happened to everybody whose name is Karen. But stories like this do not help. A woman in the UK named Karen Conahan recently laid off by her employer, IAG. That's the parent company of British Airways.
Iag.
This Karen filed a claim against IAG,
Iag.
arguing that they breached an equality law. she says that she's especially mad because she didn't get a farewell card when she left work.
How?
Her job her job was downsized, so keep that in mind, all right?
Okay.
I think they call them redundancies.
There's so much more to the story. An employment tribunal, I guess, is a thing they have in the UK. They may have it in the United States, for all I know. But an employment tribunal looked into it and discovered that the company had a card for Karen, but only 2 people were willing to sign it. And they thought that would be more insulting than not getting a card at all, so they did not give her the card, which they had gotten because nobody wanted to sign it.
Ooh. Oh, my God.
Now, you might be wondering, how big a deal are farewell cards in the UK?
Well, if your name's Karen.
Yeah. In addition to the farewell card claim, the employment tribunal found that Karen had sued the company, bringing 40 complaints against them for things like sexual harassment, victimization, and finally unfair dismissal.
It sounds like no one wanted to sexually harass this person. It sounds like she was more upset that she wasn't getting sexually harassed enough.
It sounds like she had her issues over the years with coworkers, including an argument that really got heated because one of them corrected her spelling of the word whiz on another card, a farewell card or a birthday card for a colleague. Her boss said that there was nothing to her complaint, saying she harbored a, quote, conspiracy theory mentality and mistook normal workplace interactions for harassment. I mean, that's kind of...
That's what it sounds like. Like, hey, how are you? Stop sexually harassing me. I mean, I don't know. I don't know this woman's life.
The judge tossed her case, so the reaction from the judge was that he just threw the case out. It was determined that she was appropriately laid off. 2 other workers were also let go at the same time, and that her position had become redundant in a company restructure. So they said the company didn't do anything wrong.
But why didn't I get a card?
The judge also ruled that the acts cited in her claim either did not happen or if they did were innocuous interactions in the normal course of employment.
See, that's
wow.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if it's like a, hey, hello, how's your morning? How dare you?
3 people get laid off. The only one that sues is Karen.
It just so happens that her name is Karen.
This is KNN,
I am calling the police.
the Karen News Network.
Karen, 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 Karen. I'm begging of you, please just wear a mask.
Wear a mask. Was that what the Karen thing was all about? People not wanting to wear. Was that what? No, but it was also like somebody's upset because these kids are swimming in the apartment pool and they don't live here.
Lemonade without a license.
Well, lemonade. You're selling lemonade without a license.
Displays at Target stores. You throw good cold cuts on the floor, and please stop talking about your drawers, Karen.
I don't wear a mask for the same reason I don't wear underwear. Things gotta breathe.
I forgot the entire Karen phenomenon was kind of hand in hand with the pandemic. All right. Well, hopefully that story of the ultimate Karen, possibly the ultimate Karen, should lay the entire thing to rest. Let's take a break. Cappy's coming in. We'll talk sports.
Cappy.
It's Sports Go Sports. Coming up with Steve Kaplowitz and a true crime report on the way. More of the Buzz
crime.
Adams.
More death and murder.
Yeah, I don't think there are any deaths in the true crime report.
Nice.
See.
All right, but I do have Florida Main game.
Death and murder?
No.
Drugs, probably.
You know what? That's what the Florida Main game is all about. We'll play.
We'll find
in
out.
just a moment. More of the Buzz Adams Morning Show headed your way right after this.
Hey, it's Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from AC/DC to Alice in Chains to God.
For over 30 years.
If there's one thing that my family and friends know me for, it's being an amazing gift giver. I owe it all to Celebrations Passport from 1-800-Flowers.com, my one-stop shopping site that has amazing gifts for every occasion. With Celebrations Passport, I get free shipping on thousands of amazing gifts. And the more gifts I give, the more perks and rewards I earn. To learn more and take your gift giving to the next level, visit 1-800-Flowers.com/audio. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/audio.
Helping people get back to doing the things they love without their feet getting in the way.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a Town Square media station.
Good morning, everyone.
Guess you don't know what today is.
No, please. Tell me. Please, tell me.
It's National Nut Day.
I used to be able to name every nut that there was.
This is nuts.
Peanut.
This is nuts.
Hazelnut.
Wait, I'm nuts?
Cashew nut. Macadamia nut. Pine nut.
But I'm not nuts.
Pistachio nut.
Let's not go nuts. You guys, you know what? You're nuts. You're all nuts. Are we ready for the nuts?
Yeah, ready. It's showtime.
Happy National Nut Day, everybody.
What's your favorite kind of nut?
Let's go around in just like we're in a circle, okay?
Okay.
And without saying they're your favorite, everybody's got to name a nut. The first person to hesitate loses.
Ooh.
All right, you ready?
Okay.
Joanna, start it off.
Oh, pistachio.
Nico.
RFK Jr.
Okay. See, now just for a stupid joke, you ruined the entire game.
Is macadamia count?
Yeah, macadamia would count, but you're out. You've broken the cage.
Are we playing categories now?
Categories.
All right.
Such as names of nuts.
This is not how adults
start
have
again.
This is not how adults have conversations.
What nonsense was that?
That was a game we played called Categories. Not categories.
What white nonsense was that?
You never played Categories?
This is what Buzz played as a kid in the 1920s.
Well, that's all they had back in the day, Jenny.
We'll start again. Joanna.
Pistachio.
Nico.
Macadamia.
Almond.
Brazilian.
Oh, exotic.
Brazilian, that's a real nut.
It's a Brazil nut, not a Brazilian.
Oh, come on.
You lose.
Come on. give me Brazilian.
Pecan.
It's not your turn. You lose. God, you guys. Joanna, it's down to you
I
and
don't
me.
even know what's going on. Walnut.
Pecan.
You took Nico's out.
Right? You can't do that.
Filthy cheater.
You dirty cheater.
Okay. Well, happy National Nut Day, everybody.
Hey, we got a neckline call from somebody that went to the comic strip last week, and they enjoyed the show.
Oh, good. Were you there? Were you performing?
Hey, good morning,
Probably they enjoyed it.
So, shut the hell up. So I was supposed to host last week, but then Thursday night when I get there with my notebook all ready to host, Anthony Pettis also got there and was like, I thought I was hosting. So there was this big mix-up, and I'm hosting for Carlos Mencia this week. I didn't end up hosting.
Carlos is this week. I got to get back to his agent.
Yeah.
Like, Carlos is a big enough deal that, you know, he could pick up the phone and call me, but instead I work it all out with his agent.
Yeah.
She's very territorial. I can tell she doesn't like it when I just call up Carlos and say,
you have to go through me first, please?
Because she has to, you know, like anything else, you have to justify the existence of your job, I guess.
Yeah. Well, not to be his opener. I can still get to text Jose, his other opener.
Yeah. So you are going to host this week. Well, let's hear the call from the guy who went last week for the very funny Nick Guerra, who I like a lot.
Good morning show. Just wanted to say thank you to Nico, actually, for the tickets to the comic strip that I went to this weekend on Saturday with my lady. A lot of fun.
Nice.
It was actually a pretty decently small show, but it was kind of cool. It was more private. It was a little bit more intimate. It was fun. I had a really, really good time, man. Much thanks again. Hope you guys all have a great morning and a great day. Talk to you guys later. Peace.
Carlos Mencia this week. Is this a special event?
It is a special event.
What's that mean? Like certain coupons don't apply.
So birthday tickets don't apply, and the price might be different. Like then, if you're used to going every week or pretty regularly for regular shows, it might be a little different.
Did you hear that sound?
A little. Yeah, why?
What was that?
That was my instant replay powering down because it just locked up.
No, that one's like got all your stuff on it.
It'll be back in about 60 seconds.
How old is that technology?
This is the 360 system hotkeys. I would say this machine was built probably in 96.
It's so old that I think our engineer has said he only has one more that he could get parts from.
Right.
Oh, it's the same I think it's the same board. It's just the chip has been.
You know what?
changed out a bunch of
So
times.
there's a manual for it still, and one of the big features is it can store 300 songs or clips.
No, it can. Depending on how long the clips are, I've got at least 2,000 in here.
Oh, nice.
See what I mean? Like that.
Oh, you're ready to go.
Whatever I hit, it's at the press of a button. I think I've got it ready to go.
Everybody made the same dumb joke about the favorite kind of nut.
I know.
D's.
I'll take them in pairs.
No, a different kind of nut.
Bustin'.
A bustin' nut.
Oh, man.
That's so funny.
Okay, I think we're
Real
ready to go
creative,
now.
guys. Real creative. Grow up. Grow up.
That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the beast.
The True Crime Report, actual crime stories from around the world and across the nation. Our first story comes from Tennessee. A police officer in Tennessee.
You're the only 10 I see.
Waiting for it. I was waiting for that.
That's nice.
Police officer was caught stealing from Crime Stoppers. And the way
got
that
good
this
stuff.
went down, it's going to make you wonder, oh, yeah, I can see how that would be super tempting. A police officer in Tennessee was caught stealing from, get this, Crime Stoppers.
Yeah.
This puts out rewards for any information.
For people who are criminals.
The officer, Erica Hutchinson, reportedly stole more than $18,000 between August of last year and February of this year, so just a few months.
She's like, I'm stopping these crimes. I deserve it.
Her job, when you hear what her job was, I mean, it's kind of like taking candy from a baby, really.
What was her job?
Her job was to sort through the Crime Stoppers database and send pertinent tips to investigators. Then, when helpful tips qualified for rewards, she'd make sure the payment went through.
Would she just take the reward?
She would just take the reward.
That's awful. Hey, nice tip.
She had an accomplice, and before sending out the payment, she would switch the destination for the reward to her accomplice's bank account, and they would split the stolen money. Now, it would be awesome if she was caught by a Crime Stoppers tip, wouldn't it?
Right.
But that was not the case.
They probably were. She just stopped them all when they were coming in.
Tipsters started notifying authorities that their reward had not arrived. And officials did not have much trouble proving who was responsible because all of the changes in the database were tracked and recorded. They could see that Officer Erica had been rerouting the money to a different account. She pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 6 months in prison, plus 2 years supervised release. She also has to pay $22,000 in restitution. And this is interesting. She resigned. Seems like that would be a fireable offense to me. But,
Yeah, why would
isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Is that a Saturday Night Live thing?
No. It's a Alanis Morissette thing, dude.
a little too ironic?
It's like rain on your wedding day.
Oh, this is the Dave Coulier song.
No,
Yeah,
no, it's not.
Oh, yeah, it's not. No,
That's a different song.
That's the,
That's a more
Shut
hateful
up.
song. That's a more angry, hateful song.
You ought to know.
Yep, there we go. Dave Coulier, Uncle Joey, man. Uncle Joey seemed like such a nice guy.
All right, this is an ironic story. A state-of-the-art fire station in Germany burned to the ground.
Sorry, that is ironic.
No, we haven't gotten to the real ironic part yet. A 10-month-old state-of-the-art modern fire station in Germany burned all the way to the ground. The investigation found that there were not any smoke detectors installed in the brand new fire station.
We don't need them. We got this.
The city made the decision not to install fire alarms in the station.
Don't need them.
And apparently there's no code that requires that fire stations have smoke detectors or fire alarms.
What fire could ever start here?
The story says the city figured it would be okay since there are firefighters 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I wonder how the fire started.
Yeah. Well, where was the firefighter that was around for that one?
Well, they were out on call.
That's a human smoke detector right there. They don't need to install one when you got human smoke detectors that are supposed to be around.
French, do you smell smoke?
Nah.
I see nothing. I smell nothing.
Gosh, there's some bad jokes that are just itching.
The fire inspector was reportedly extremely upset and told the media, "This is every firefighter's nightmare. No one ever wants to have to put out their own fire station." But they did. It burned out of control. Thankfully, no one was injured, maybe because nobody was fighting the fire.
Yeah.
What were they doing?
They were probably out on a call.
Just smoking cigarettes on the side?
By a bucket of oily rags.
It
was a near total loss.
Half of the firefighters don't go on all the firefighters generally go on the calls.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
There's got to be somebody there.
There should be somebody there, because what if you get 2 calls at the same time?
Yeah.
But then another station gets dispatched. Because they need to send out the fire engine and the ambulance at the same time.
170 firefighters fought the blaze, but to little to no avail. It was a near total loss. Damages exceed $22 million. A Cincinnati shoe store was burglarized last week, and the thieves stole 100 right shoes only. I don't know why that strikes me as funny.
I want there to be like a one-legged person who's just stealing all these shoes.
Right.
Or getting off on the wrong foot.
Let's hear from the... I gotta go back to my sound clips. I'm still coming off vacation, guys.
It's a lot harder than it looks, guys. All right?
The owner of the store has a few theories on what might have been going on when 100 right shoes were stolen from his store.
We probably had between 60 to 80 pairs of used on here roughly. I'm going to just close. I was done with it. After this break-in, I was like, I'm done. I just want to close. It seems that they might have been drunk and just came in here on a whim, but I really don't know. Realized that they took almost every other shoe to a lot of the pairs that were on the wall.
You have a sense of forgiveness for these people.
I've been moving closer, to God, and could be mad every day, and I'm still upset, but I don't want to carry more hate in my heart.
Okay, that is store owner Hunter Imhai, the owner of,
guys,
Soul Bros Shoe Store.
Is it really called Soul Bros?
SOLE.
That's kind of cool.
I would say I would let this guy know that it was all right. Huh?
Hey!
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I was cooking that one up.
Do you know what's still in the store? Whatever's left. Yeah?
I like that.
Improv.
We got this. We can take this show on the road.
A woman in North Dakota was sentenced to 25 years after poisoning her boyfriend.
Oh, no.
She, the woman, mistakenly believed he had inherited $30 million and planned to break up with her. He had not inherited $30 million.
Wait, so she thought she was going to get rich off of this boyfriend who was going to inherit all this money. Turns out he's not inheriting any money.
Ina Kenoyer is the woman, and she was convicted for the murder of Stephen Riley Jr., her boyfriend, died last year for being poisoned with antifreeze. So, Jenny, I'm sorry, there actually is a death story in today's true crime.
Just nothing but murder and death this morning.
Here is a North Dakota officer explaining what happened.
We had received phone calls from some of the victim's friends who told us they believed that he was possibly poisoned by Ina. There were a couple containers. One was a Windex bottle. The other one was a beer bottle, believed to have antifreeze in them. There was a belief that if he wasn't in the picture, she would be entitled to any settlement money through that common law marriage. That kind of changed as the investigators informed her that we don't have common law marriage in North Dakota.
She's like, oh, shucks. Like that, to go through all that struggle, like murdering your boyfriend that doesn't even pan out the way you wanted to.
Killed the dude.
Yeah, you killed him for no reason at that point.
Well, I mean...
Well, at least you could have gotten the money. You're going to go through all that trouble of the antifreeze.
When you have to look at a silver lining for murder.
those when you just have a bad day when you accidentally.
When you just want to look on the bright side of death.
All right, I got a couple Florida man stories here. The first one is not Florida man game, but we'll make the next one the Florida man game.
All right, cool.
A Florida man is accused
or woman.
It could be, yeah.
A human.
A Florida human is accused of trying to steal a generator that was powering a stoplight. The stoplight wasn't working because of the damage from Hurricane Milton.
Yeah, douchey move, bro.
Soyal Zapata Dai is the gentleman's name, and here is the moment. The police showed up at his house and pretty much had the goods on him, but he had a handy excuse when he found out he was busted.
Hey, how you doing?
You good, Heston?
Good. Yeah, can you step out for us?
I'd rather not. I'm fixing dinner right now. What's going on? What's going on? What?
You're just being detained real quick, buddy, okay? Some people might have witnessed you doing some things that we shouldn't have done, okay?
There's a generator on 674 that I saw that had no lock on it and it had no name on it, so I thought someone set it out.
You know, sometimes you see a couch on the side of the road. It's obviously somebody giving a couch away.
Right.
I thought it was the same thing with the generator.
And nobody put their name on it. You know, everybody puts their name on a generator.
Right. Nobody had their name on it. I thought somebody left it out for the taking.
Finders keepers.
You ready for the Florida man game?
Yeah.
Everybody gets to play today.
Runs naked through a dairy farm. Florida man, who never fears any bodily harm. Florida man, who's made love to a dozen trees. Throws tennis balls that are full of bees. Who tries to bite every cop he sees. Florida man.
The Florida man game, I'm going to give you a true crime story that involves a Florida man or woman, and you try and fill in the missing word. What's going on, dude? Where are you going?
Oh, he's getting a pen.
Okay, you're right, because you have to write your answer down. That's one of the rules of the Florida man game. So it's a headline with one word or very short phrase deleted. You got to fill in the blank, okay? Florida man story, here goes. Florida man threatened police with a flamethrower and a blank. Again.
Okay.
Florida man threatened police with a flamethrower and a blank.
All right.
No, Jen, you can't just write a dong, okay? You can't just draw a picture of a dong.
That's what I did. That's my first answer.
This is like Celebrity Jeopardy when Norm Macdonald used to play.
And she's
Burt Reynolds.
She's Sean Connery.
Yeah.
I drew a wiener.
Like I gave to your mother last night, Trebek. Joanna, have you rung in yet?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. Nico?
Can you do the thing one more time?
Sure. Florida man threatened police with a flamethrower and a blank. All right, let's go to Joanna first of all. She has her answer ready. Joanne?
Yes, I went with Old Faithful. Alligator.
Alligator. Is the answer alligator? We'll find out in a minute.
Well, I'm crossing out crocodile.
Jenny?
Underneath the wiener, I wrote hairspray.
Hairspray. Like a flamethrower and hair.
That's what I think.
Like when you would
smart.
get a lighter and hairspray.
Yeah.
I've seen them pull that trick in movies, like lots of action movies.
Yeah.
With a flamethrower, I don't think you need the hairspray. I think the flamethrower would kind of... I mean, I don't know if that's the answer or not.
It's kind of self-contained.
You know what I mean? It's like, I got this flamethrower. Somebody hand me some Aquanet, and I can do some damage. Those krauts will get what they finally have coming to them.
All right.
Aquanet is hairspray?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was cologne. I thought it was cologne.
No, it's like...
I've been using it wrong all these years.
Yeah,
it's like what my mom used in the 70s.
Well, I've never had a need for hairspray, to be honest.
Nico!
You only laugh at my ball jokes about myself.
Yeah, right. I like self-defecating humor.
All right, I say flamethrower and gun.
All right, let's find out if we have any winners. We do not!
Rigged, I tell you.
Not even alligator?
Nope.
This is rigged.
No gator was involved in this.
Mike Pence is a traitor.
Police in Florida were called to a report of an explosion and smoke. This happened Monday of last week. When the police in Florida arrived, they encountered a 39-year-old man named Joseph Morton
Joseph Morton.
Joseph was yelling at the police from his backyard. All right?
All right. Sounds about right. That's a Florida man.
Morton came out front armed with a handheld flamethrower and pointed that at police. Police had their guns drawn, and Morton would not put down the flamethrower when instructed, I guess. He was so close to them that one of the cops just reached out and yanked the flamethrower away from him. So, fortunately, nobody was hurt. He retreated to his house, and when he came back, he tried to blind the officer with a flashlight. So, the correct answer would have been a flamethrower and a flashlight.
Oh, yeah? Well, take this. Flashlight in the eyes. How uncomfortable is that? Take that.
Apparently, he didn't try to hit him like as a blunt instrument. He tried to shine it in his eyes.
Take the corneal scratching.
It's real annoying, isn't it? Take this. Real annoying.
I was
Mr.
thinking
Morton was tased at this point.
That's so ridiculous. Like, stop flashing a flashlight as we're going to tase you now.
Well, yeah, but the whole,
Flashlight falls.
the whole flamethrower thing was still pretty fresh. You know,
but you tase at the flamethrower. You don't tase at the flashlight.
I think they were kind of, done with this guy at this point,
That's what I think they're just annoyed with
apparently
Morton was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, the flamethrower, and maybe the flashlight, and resisting an officer. So
I apparently was thinking of Aquavelva. Not
Aquanet. That's old man. That's old man.
Oh, yeah.
That's somebody's Theo is wearing that right now.
Well, I think my dad might have had some Aqua Velva, but if I really need to smell good, I went for the English leather. With English leather. It was a cologne.
Called English leather.
English
Back in the
leather.
1920s, that took the English
No, they still
leather.
make English
With the
leather for
wooden
sure.
cap. They definitely still make it. You can get it at Target, Walmart, Jewel Osco, Kmart.
No. Back in the day, Buzz would just use juniper leaves.
I'd forage. He'd forage them for
Forage for
himself.
berries just to make his own.
Make my own what?
Cologne.
We're saying you're old,
yeah.
but it's not coming off great.
Do you know what? Do you know what a major component of a lot of different perfumes and colognes
Was
is?
it Angris? No, it was antifreeze. No, it was the whales thing. The Angris?
Whale vomit.
Yeah, whale vomit. Angris.
Ambergris.
Ambergris. Ambergris is a thing that's sometimes found, and it has been thrown up by whales. And for some reason, that is just goes to way more fragrances than you would probably want to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is the Florida Man game. No winner today. Nobody gets the $10,000 prize. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Plays baseball with a feral cat.
Florida man.
Tried to stab his boss
With the sewer rat. Florida man.
Who snorts crank and screams in the street? Whose favorite food is
Human meat.
Who gave Marco
Rubio a Senate seat.
Florida man.
Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show, Glenn Garza and Daniel Paulus.
Find a BBB. Look for the sign of a better business. Find a better business today at bbb.org El Paso.
We're in position.
Come on, let's go.
And now, this is going to be good. Buzz. The Buzz Adams Morning Show is back.
Oh,
My
you're
antique 360 system did it again. Listen.
It's not.
No, we're listening.
No, he's saying for the crackle. Are all your return beds on that?
Do you want me to play one for you?
Yeah, could you do that? Yeah, let's go. That's the spot. I haven't heard this one in a long time.
Oh, Joanne's got some good return beds.
Yeah, you start playing some of them. This is a bumper bed that I haven't heard in a long time.
I like this one.
Son of a bitch or whatever, right? Doesn't that? Yeah, what was this called and who's it by?
I don't know. It just says "son of a bitch."
I know it seems kind of like a pre-Jelly Roll song or a pre.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, so we got 2 calls I want to play.
Yeah, please do. Cappy's going to come in, but he's not here yet, so we need to do a pretty quick segment here.
So we were talking about colognes, and Tracy, our good friend Tracy, has called in talking about old school colognes.
What's
talking about them old school cologne.
Oh,
That's not Tracy.
I guess it's not Tracy.
Now, there's 2 calls that are like they're dude callers. One of them's Tracy, but they have a woman's name on the caller
yeah.
ID.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly
Yeah.
why I thought this was Tracy.
Not Tracy.
My dad used to wear high karate back in the 60s, and then I started wearing it, like when I was in junior high.
Wait, high karate? Are you familiar with this?
Only as a joke. Like anytime I would hear somebody, it would be like Eddie Murphy or stand-up comic referencing high karate. I never saw it for sale. I don't know how it's spelled. I've just heard it referenced, usually in a humorous context.
Well, he's saying this
It's
is what
too modern for Buzz.
this is what he was wearing.
No, it's too old for Buzz.
Okay.
And the premise was that it was so powerful that to keep the girls off you, you had to know karate. High karate. Came in 3 different flavors.
This is like
Sex Panther.
before Act.
Works 60% of the time, every time.
High Karate was a budget aftershave and cologne for men sold in the United States from the 1960s to the 1980s.
It's funny that the premise is the exact same as Axe body spray.
These girls won't be able to control themselves if you smell like this budget fragrance.
The magazine ads included self-defense instructions to help wearers fend off ladies.
That's hilarious.
If you like Axe, you'll love our version.
Hi. Karate.
Yeah, I've only ever heard about it. I'm looking at the ad. I've never seen a bottle like that, but I don't really look that close, I just usually go in and pick up some.
Do you guys wear cologne? I don't know if
Not much.
I've noticed
Not much.
any either of you.
Cool water has a nice clean smell.
Every day, or is it just every once in a while? You're gonna go out.
Special occasion.
So I went to the comic strip on Sunday, and everybody was telling me I smelled really good, and it's because I put too much cologne on that day. See, I don't think cologne's something that should be obvious.
Okay.
It should be like just a whiff.
I think every office has somebody that
Unless it really smells good.
Every office, I believe,
has cologne guy. Yeah.
Has cologne guy or perfume woman, and it's like they wear so much. They're in the building. Whether you're on the same half of the building as they are or not.
I don't mind it.
No.
That's nice. It's nice when it's nice.
When it's a
or
nice
perfume.
cologne.
Yeah.
Although there was one time, I think I had like an older cologne, Joanna, or maybe it's because you were coming off a pandemic.
I was coming out of COVID and my senses were still a little weird. So whatever cologne you were wearing,
she was like, "Please stop wearing
my
this."
senses,
Was it Skin Bracer by Menon?
That's too old of a reference.
I don't know.
For you babies, it is.
A fun fact: racially, minorities are more likely to gravitate towards scents. I learned this with my
what kind of sense?
My
common sense
marketing degree. We talked about this.
Wait, say again.
So
people who are
minorities are more likely to
people of color
scents.
like smells.
Yeah. So
Boy, this sounds
Gain
like-
and Tide
Go on.
are the same company.
Go
So Gain
on.
and Tide, they're both Procter and Gamble. That's their parent.
But one of them, they may smell like coconut or something.
But if you ever notice, yeah, no, now you're taking it somewhere else.
No.
You're taking it somewhere else.
I think it's headed there by itself.
No, this is real. This is real. They and so if you ever notice a Gain commercial, they will focus on the scent and how good something smells. Tide.
Okay, everybody likes the smell of fresh laundry.
Not everyone.
Everybody does.
If you look at the Tide commercials, they always will focus on the stain removal power. And then
That's interesting. Yeah, that is true. Like one focuses on the smell of it, one focuses on how good it is.
Notice the actors in those commercials, and they usually have a minority in the Gain commercial, and usually a white family in the Tide commercial.
White people.
I got to tell you, this sounds like BS to me.
He's googling it right now.
That is a Gain commercial with possibly a Hispanic woman.
Yep.
Does it apply to Hispanic women?
Yes,
I freaking love Gain.
Any minority.
Gain
Think about
is my
Fabuloso.
favorite.
Fabuloso is such like a brand.
Oh,
and
she's
it's all about
there's a.
scent. Yeah, look at this ethnically ambiguous.
And it's all
woman.
about how good it smells.
Now,
It's
find
yeah,
a Tide
she's
commercial.
taking that big
So
old scent.
every minority group, Asians,
Well, I mean, all I know is
Gain scent beads
At least
definitely has an urban flair to it.
Yep. Look at it. Same company. Procter and Gamble make both of them.
Well, I will be
one is-
GD'd.
Ooh,
Are you impressed by that, Buzz?
I mean, I'd never noticed or thought about anything
And now,
like that before.
now you know. Now you know.
But I stand by that everybody, regardless of race, creed, or national origin, likes the smell of clean laundry.
I've traveled, and some people don't like it.
do.
In Middle America, they say they think it's weird that it smells so much. They don't want to smell like it. They rather have an unscented thing. Just focus on the clean.
Hey, we got one. We got one more call.
To me, it's BS.
We got one more call about somebody.
I believe you.
There it is. Also, you want to know the difference between a Diet Coke and Coke Zero?
Neither one of them have sugar, right?
So
They're both sugar-free.
Why are there two that don't have sugar?
Well, I thought Mexicans like one more than the other.
Wondered that too.
This one was men at the time that Diet Coke was out.
Thought of it as a woman's drink.
So men didn't want to be on a quote unquote diet.
I don't need to be on a diet. I'm not worried about my figure like a woman.
They do taste different too.
But they didn't want to get rid of Diet Coke because
I won't drink Diet. I only drink Coke Zero.
Was their number 2 best-selling product. So they can't get rid of this number 2 best-selling product. So they just made Coke Zero. But if you ever notice the commercials, that's why it's this black can. It's always like guys in a Jeep going through like rugged, like with my Coke Zero.
I remember a couple of years
taste
ago,
a little different, the formula.
There was a soda that was, for some reason, bizarrely positioning itself as the man's soda. And it had a Super Bowl ads and stuff. I don't remember. Maybe it was Dr. Pepper, but it just had a very... This is for men.
You're talking about Mountain Dew, and what it would do was shrink your testicles.
Yeah. Mountain Dew probably has so many chemicals in it. It probably does a lot of different things.
Hey, we got one more call. Somebody's going to help you out with your phone situation.
Okay, hey, you guys. I was going to say, before I was rudely interrupted by my work phone. No, I'm just kidding.
I wanted to.
Dude, man, go get some rubbing alcohol. But if that's a special gummy with rosin in it, or what's rosin? I'm just kidding. If that's a special gummy, bro, it's going to be hard to take off. It is, trust me. If it's just sugar, if it's a regular gummy, you can get it out with rubbing alcohol 90%, right?
This guy's an expert.
If it's a special gummy, good luck, buddy. Good luck getting that sticky rosin that they put in those gummies.
Uh-oh.
That ain't going to come out with rubbing alcohol.
Thanks.
You're going to need to get a wireless charger or another iPhone.
You get the iPhone 2 this time.
Hey, Cappy, we got to take a break, but you got an iPhone charger anywhere?
Yeah, there's one here at the station.
Come on,
I have one for you.
During the break, can you get that for me?
You need it that bad. What happened to you?
It's not making good contact.
He put a gummy bear in his pocket, and then he put his phone in his pocket.
And now that gummy bear has fused to his iPhone hole.
No, it's
his
not
iPhone
like there's
hole.
no evidence on this iPhone hole. You know, right?
You talking
there?
about your charger?
Yeah, it's in the bottom.
So
you
how are
see
you
that?
going to charge your phone if you've got if you can't put the charger in the
put
hole?
it in there. There's no evidence of the gummy residue.
Wait, so what's wrong with your charger here?
Put it in that.
Let me see your phone real
He's
quick.
already ruined it
me
because
see
of
this.
all the gummy goo.
Yeah, you can't see.
You know what I
going
have?
on,
I'll tell you
but
what I
I
have
do
for you.
remember that happening.
You
and
have a
thinking,
son, Steve.
You know what I have
You must
for
deal
you?
with this kind of stuff all the time. Candy,
Oh, yeah, Steve would know.
candy getting in places.
I just love me some gummy worms.
So here's what I'm-
guys.
so here's
That's
what I'm
all
gonna do.
saying. Worms could be those two cherries fused together,
I'll tell you
two-headed
what.
snakes, whatever.
I have a toothpick, and I will see if what's in there. And during the break, we'll clear that out. And then this is not the magnet phone, correct? This thing, God, this phone,
I don't
this
know
phone
what
is just
well,
beat to
That's
hell.
the second time I've heard somebody refer to it as magnet phone. I don't know what the hell that is.
The iPhones have the ability to go to a charge like a magnet, but it doesn't look like yours. I don't know what this thing is. All right,
It's an 11.
Is it? All right, we got a shot.
Yeah,
Let's see
it was
what we
top
can
of
do.
the line like 6 years ago.
It's good to see you've really protected it well
All right,
over the
you go
years.
give me a
Back in my days,
All right.
they were very good folks.
Okay, go get that toothpick. And then we'll do sports. Miners are playing today, by the way. So we'll talk with Steve about sports coming up right after this.
Hey, it's Chuck, your host for Loudwire Nights. Tonight at 7, we will rock the borderland with the best rock ever made and the best rock being made. Special guests, birthday and anniversary celebrations, and every night at 10...
to Texas Roadhouse, 5940 Gateway East, across from the Cielo Vista Mall, and 1499 Lee Trevino.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers.
At GVILaw.com.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show presents Go Sports Go. Brought to you by the Viva Auto Group. Viva makes it happen.
All right. Go Sports Go.
Go.
Here's Steve Kaplowitz joining us to talk about sports. Miners playing a Tuesday night game. Tuesday seems like the most unlikely night to play a football. Came to me for some reason. It's not Monday night. It's not Thursday night. It's not Saturday or Sunday. It's Tuesday.
It's the new Conference USA weeknight plan. Is what it is.
Yeah.
So
I guess we won't have to put up with it for long. What happened in the week I was gone? Did the Miners move on changing their conference?
Yeah,
Is
they're
there
now
any
in the
new
Mountain
development?
West. The Miners are now in the Mountain West.
No. Is that
starting in 2026?
In 2026.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Are you ready for this conversation?
No, not really. I didn't watch a lot of sports yesterday. I do have a couple of things that I want to talk about, and the Miners being on a Tuesday night is kind of unusual, but it's a road game, right?
Yeah, they play Louisiana Tech. We'll be live at the District today, 3233 North Mesa. And Nico, if you arrive, we will be there from 4 to 5. Get you ready for it. And then John Teicher live on 600 ESPN El Paso beginning at 5 o'clock with the countdown to kickoff. And then kickoff at 6 o'clock tonight.
Miners won their first game of the season last, I want to say Thursday.
They did.
Against FIU.
That's right.
So 1-6 now?
They are 1-6. That is correct.
Right.
That is correct.
Go Miners. Woo.
Hey, I mean, they've got a shot. They've got a I've always think the Miners have a chance, especially coming off their first win. A little momentum going. The defense plays like they played against FIU, and who knows? Maybe they can make it 2 in a row and beat Louisiana Tech for the first time in 20 years in Louisiana.
NBA's back starting tonight in a great matchup, possibly with a team that's gonna repeat as NBA champions.
Well, you could say yes. You're right. The Celtics Knicks will be doing battle. That's the first game at 5:30, and then Minnesota and the Lakers. Bronny and LeBron are going to be playing together tonight.
Disgraceful,
huh?
Yeah. Well, that kid doesn't belong on that team.
Hey, it's a beautiful story of father and son getting to play.
Okay, Nepo baby.
You know what I heard? I heard this great story about how, here's Bronny getting a chance to play with LeBron and how cool it is, and how Michael Jordan's son was known more for hooking up with Scottie Pippen's ex-wife than anything playing together at the same time. So it's kind of funny how, that's Michael Jordan's kid's legacy. He was dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife instead of playing with Michael during his heyday.
Yeah. So the NBA gets underway. The Celtics are going to be a good team this year for sure.
They're going to be a very good team.
How are the Mavericks going to bounce back after getting drubbed in the playoffs pretty bad?
Well, I feel like the Mavericks and the T-Wolves, they're all going to be good teams in the Western Conference right now. I think the NBA is going to be fun to watch this year. I know you're going to enjoy it. You like a lot of NBA ball, don't you?
There was a time when I was so into it. I got the Overstreet and Smith's annual, basketball guides.
Yeah, I used to love those.
I
Street
knew
and Smiths. That's great.
You remember?
Yeah,
Street
I
and
do.
Smith.
I do.
Well, you know what would make it probably more fun for you to watch these days is if you had a fantasy type thing to play where you could, I don't know, maybe follow along with statistics.
Nobody plays fantasy basketball.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, they
nobody,
do.
Absolutely.
You better believe it. Oh,
How
my
do you play
God.
fantasy basketball?
It's huge.
Start it up.
Huge. I'll give you a hint. So tonight, for example, Knicks are playing the Celtics. You could say Jason Tatum of Boston is going to score higher than 26.5 points. If he does, you win. You could say LeBron James is going to have higher than 39.5 points, rebounds, and assists, which seems like a lock.
Wait,
and if that happens, you win.
39.5 combined.
Points, rebounds, assists. So now when you're watching
he's gonna be out there
games,
babysitting though the whole game. How's he going to score? He's got to watch out for his kid. Make sure nobody steps on his Nepo baby kid.
It's so bad, but it's probably true.
It's kind of
yeah.
true.
Didn't your dad get you jobs at the factories?
Every employee of that factory could get their kids summer jobs as long as their kids didn't have a criminal record.
So you're saying you were a Nepo hire?
Yes, working for $4.25 an hour on a factory floor.
So
I was definitely, living large.
Principle applies.
Anyway.
That's how you do it.
Like, if you wanted to watch the games, you could follow along with the stats. And
We got to
play
hurry
fantasy.
things up. By the way, you were talking about some of those lines you could do with fantasy sports. Where are you getting that information from?
I'm getting it from Underdog Fantasy, which is the place to play if you're a sports fan looking to win money while watching sports. It's really simple. In fact, with their Pick'em game, you can win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing a higher or lower on player stats, like in the NBA, points, blocks, steals, that kind of thing. Plus, you can follow the hot hand or go against the cold one with partial picks and selections. I love that. And even every dog deserves a second chance, Buzz. With Underdog Rescues, you can get money back and receive a promo if an early injury causes your entry to lose. Now, for tonight, I'm looking at Skylar Locklear of UTEP, their starting quarterback, higher than 13.5 rushing yards. I feel like that's the lock of the year. So higher than 13.5 rushing yards for tonight's game against
And they'll take
Louisiana
that
Tech.
action.
Yes, they will. 100%. That's right. This season, Underdog is going to be running a special promo or bonus almost every single day, like profit boosts. Pump up your winnings in just a tap when you apply the boost to eligible entries. Discounts. You'll get adjusted projections on certain player stats to give you a better shot at a big W. Plus free picks. They're basically a sure thing. All the player has to do is get higher than half a point for a pick to win. Plus, all new users get a free pick. Now, it's currently Boostober from now until October 27th. You can boost your profit on all NBA entries by 20%. Underdog is literally giving you unlimited profit boosts to make basketball picks. Download the app, sign up with the promo code KLAQ, and deposit now to get $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. That's promo code KLAQ. Must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Okay, there were a couple of games on Monday Night Football. Monday night doubleheader. Arizona Cardinals defeated the Chargers 17-15. The Ravens beat the Bucks 41-31. But I want to talk about Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Now, how do you just call him Tua?
Tua.
You want to talk about Tua?
Isn't he out of concussions already?
He has said, and a lot of people were wondering if it wouldn't just be best for Tua to hang it up because he has been concussed so much. He says, he's going to keep on playing. My question for you, Cappy, in the minute that we have left.
Yes.
When does the league step in? When do the Dolphins step in and say, look, we'd love to have you, but for your own sake, don't do this?
If the doctors clear him,
they'll put him right out there.
Yes, they will.
And guess what? Who do the doctors work for?
The teams.
Yeah.
So I know. I'm with you on this. Look, I think Tua should call it a career. I really do. He's got his money.
He signed a really fat contract. He doesn't have to kill any more neurons, and he still gets a lot of it.
Well, but he'll have to probably give some of that money back. But
you have to give some of it back.
But what's more important, CTE and potentially your life being cut short, or having the opportunity to at least live a productive life afterwards and not have permanent brain damage?
I would say this would eliminate Tua in the future if he persists doing this. And then he can, turn around in 15 years saying, I need to sue the league because I have such bad TBI.
CTE? What's TBI?
Traumatic brain injury.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true, too.
It's the older term for it.
Yeah. It's just, look, it bothers me. It really does.
Yeah, right.
I hate to see when he gets hit a certain way, his fingers curl up when they go, it's
They have
brutal.
a name for it. It's
yes.
Do you remember what
clawing.
Clawing, right.
Yeah.
So Tua has been...
Is that right?
I don't know.
I like
there's a word for it anyway. He does it, and it's really scary, and it's happened more than once.
I know.
All right, so we'll find out. I think maybe some of these older players, some of these retired players should talk to Tua and tell him that, hey, man, you got to live with the consequences of this for the rest of your life.
Time to hawk Tua.
Oh, that's another
Waiting
subject.
for it. I was waiting for
All right,
it.
thank you, Cappy.
All right, guys.
We'll take we're on the show. We will have an AfterBuzz today, so
nice.
Does the AfterBuzz?
that'll be ready for you if you subscribe to the AfterBuzz wherever you get your podcast.
I'm sticking around.
Show is done.
Are we done here?
We are done. I'd like to discuss this further, but I gotta go.
It's been real, and it's been fun, and it's been real fun.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
The morning show will be back tomorrow at 6 a.m.